Windows.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Arizona Wildcats basketball.
Drives right, hang it from there, it's good! And the Cats have won it!
Your most in-depth coverage starts right now.
Player of the year makes a player of the year play at the end.
This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
Arizona basketball getting set to get on the plane and head over to Lithuania for their overseas tour. They'll be jetting out later this week. Thursday. I'll head up to Phoenix on Wednesday and then I think fly out Thursday to start that trip. And one of the young men that's going to be with the Wildcats is in his first season here at the University of Arizona. He is Caleb Holt. He joins us now on the show. Caleb, appreciate you taking some time.
I appreciate y'all for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. So what have these first few weeks for you here in Tucson been like as you've kind of gotten acclimated and been going through some of the practices with your new team?
Oh, yeah. Well, first of all, it's been hot out here in Tucson. Very. But it's been a great first 2 months with the team. You know, it's a brand new team from last year, way different guys. But, you know, it's been great, you know, just learning from Tommy. The trust me and Tommy have together is really great. So, just learning from Tommy and just getting better with my teammates every day is what we're doing. It's been great.
Obviously, the trust that you and Tommy have kind of started last summer when you were on that under-19 team that he coached for USA basketball.
Right.
What was that experience like? Had you been on a USA team before prior to last year?
Yeah, so that was my third team.
Okay.
That was my third team, my first time with Coach Tommy. But, man, that was the best experience I've had just in the coaching aspect. It was like, and it was the competitive atmosphere we was in because we were actually playing for something. So just being around Tommy for a month to see how he coaches, to see how poised he was in tough moments. Like, it was moments I was looking on the bench and I was like, man, like, we might lose. The coach was just the calmest guy ever, and I really love that about him. It made me feel a lot more confident, and the confidence Coach Tommy instilled in me last summer, I feel like it really helped me make a jump in my game. So, you know, I felt like if I came to Arizona, I feel like I can make an even bigger jump, to get where I want to go. And I feel like Coach Tommy was the perfect coach for that.
Caleb Holt is our guest, Arizona Wildcats freshman guard, men's basketball team. So as you're watching last year unfold for Arizona, what was that like? I mean, were you trying to watch games like whenever they were on last year?
Oh yeah. Man, I watched every game.
Wow.
If I didn't, I watched every game. Maybe I missed one, but every game, honestly. You know, I was a big Arizona fan just from, you know, knowing guys, having a relationship with the trainer, Dre Rock, like, just to see the guys I was with, the staff I was with in the summer and then Arizona, you know, it was just a good thing to see. It just made me happy.
Yeah,
you know?
Absolutely. I mean, I know that had to been fun. And did them making, obviously you made your decision prior to them getting to the tournament, and then you watched them go through the tournament, they make the Final Four. Does that solidify this is the kind of program I want to be with?
For sure. Shoot. Even in my recruitment, you know, the coach's words, Coach Murphy's words was, you know, we've been to Sweet 16, but we want to get to the Final Four. And that was in my brain the whole year. And then what they talked about, they was about. And when I visited, what they talked about, they was also about. So, you know, it was just what I liked, you know.
We had a chance to get into practice and see you guys a couple weeks ago. So as you've kind of gone through this, what are some of the things you're seeing with some of your new teammates that are around you?
Man, starting off with our point guard, Derek, like, one of the best point guards I play with, just understands the game. He, like, really spaces the floor, puts me in good positions. He's always helping me, giving me pointers on things I can help on. Should definitely, you know, the leader of our team, Yvonne, you know, he's always been there for me since day one, just helping me out with the words we use, the concepts, He's even today he's like just helping me out in practice. Like he's just being a great leader that he's been. You know, we just got RJ. RJ's been really great. He's had a great first week. First day, man, impact. Like our team is totally different, and I'm very excited for that. And obviously, Big Mo down there, controlling the paint. You know, it's being Mo. You know, like Big Mo he makes the game so easy to play. You know.
Caleb,
I'm just grateful for all those guys.
Yeah, Caleb Holt is our guest. He is the new shooting guard, I should say, for your Arizona Wildcats. You mentioned R.J. Godfrey. What about his presence kind of has changed things? What is it about the way he plays that has really kind of maybe allowed y'all to do some things differently that maybe you weren't allowed or not able to do before he got there?
Man, shoot. Run the floor, the way he runs the floor, the way he post-ups. He's so strong. Like, I was trying to front him the other day, and I ended up on the ground. Like, just stuff like that. Like, that's just him being on the floor, it just makes us, like, you know, intimidating, I feel like. It makes us a whole different – people look at us, probably looking at us small before, but adding him is, like, we're not no team we're going to run over. And when you see us, you're going to have to go through us. And I feel like RJ is physically an example of that.
You know, one of the things that people say about you when they're breaking down your game, Caleb, is that you have such a large amount of strength to you. How did you develop that? How did you develop the ability that your body to be that strong style guard out there who can play with a lot of power?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's just who I am, how I am. Like my dad's pretty built like that. He was a strong guard back in the day. So like my physique, and as I got older, I'm starting to put some weight. So I'm like 212, 213 right now. So I feel like it's just all natural, and then I just put the work in every day to maintain it and to build on it, honestly.
Caleb, obviously watching your tape, one of the things that jumps off is your motor on the defensive side of the ball and the offensive side of the ball. But I've been really impressed with your form, man. And, like, it's really consistent, really tight. And I was just wondering, when you go out there and you're practicing your form, especially from distance, 20 feet and out, is there anybody or a series of people you might model your shot after? Or is that something you just got in the lab and did yourself?
Yeah, I mean, my favorite player was Steph Curry as I was growing up. So I always wanted to, like, shoot like him. But really not anybody in the league I look up to shooting the ball. It's just the concepts of what I do in my shot. Just relaxing my shoulders, keeping a high follow through, and just shooting the same shot every time. It's really just been me and my dad just working on that for all my life.
Caleb Holt is our guest. He is the new shooting guard for your Arizona Wildcats. Comes in at 6'5", 215 pounds out of Huntsville, Alabama, by way of Prolific Prep down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Caleb, you've got a pretty famous teammate in Bryce James, whose dad showed up in practice last week.
Yep.
How did you handle that? LeBron being in the house.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, it was great. It was really great. It was LeBron. He knew me. We dapped up. We talked for a second. But it was great. Just the energy, the whole practice, everybody's energy was up. It just affected the whole culture of our gym, honestly. Like LeBron's in the gym, everybody's on their top game,
Who are some of the other, have you had a chance to cross paths and connect with other NBA guys?
Yeah, shoot. Basically about all the rookies that's about drafted this year. And like some old ties, like my mentor is Kenny Smith. So
oh, wow.
having him in my back pocket, who's been through the game, who's in the game, who knows the ins and outs. Just having a great relationship with him, calling him for anything I need. So,
what's the best piece of advice that Jet's given you?
Man, it's really simple. Just stay focused, and I haven't made it, honestly. Even though I'm in a good position right now, but still levels to get to, and I want to get to the highest level. So I got to keep my head down and still be hungry every day.
What has Tommy and the staff kind of told you guys about this trip? What to expect and how he wants y'all to handle it once you get over there to Lithuania?
Yeah, we're gonna be playing some really great talent, some pros. Just going over there and just to compete, honestly, just, to get a lot of stuff on film honestly, and to go over there, compete, and win. That's my biggest thing. I want to go over there and go 3-0.
There you go. There you go. What? And then you get back, or as soon as you get back, you'll be right into the classes starting up.
Yep.
What are you going to be taking in your first year here at the University of Arizona?
I'm taking. I just got done taking ancient athletics, and right now, let me see. I actually have not looked at my classes.
So
right now, I just got done taking ancient athletics. I have 3 online classes and 2 in person.
So you've taken some classes. I guess we're in summer session 1 or summer session 2 right now. Summer session 2 probably.
Yeah. I'm majoring in broadcasting and communications.
Okay, so you want to be over here taking my chair at some point, right?
Yep. I'm like Kenny.
That's right. There you go. And your mentor, Kenny Smith, every night on NBA Insiders and whatnot on ESPN. That's one of the more popular shows, obviously, that's out there. Caleb, but outside of the game of basketball, what is something that you're really passionate about?
I'd say just spending time with my friends. Like, I don't take people for granted. Just having my friends around me and just chilling with them. Having relationships in life is the biggest thing to me.
There you go. There you go. Well, hey, Caleb, we're happy to have you here in Tucson. Best of luck as you guys get set to take this overseas trip over to Lithuania. Has Motiejus Krivas told you about some of the good food you're going to be eating?
No, he said it's a surprise. I don't know anything about it. I'm about to figure it out over there.
There you go.
Definitely got to bring my own seasoning, though.
You got to bring your own seasoning.
For sure.
So you
some hot sauce.
Some hot sauce. Yeah, that's right. You're from the South. Everybody in the South puts hot sauce on everything.
Yeah.
Caleb, safe travels. Look forward to seeing you back here on the other side and getting things going for this 26-27 season.
Appreciate y'all for having me.
All right. Caleb Holt, the new shooting guard for your Arizona Wildcats, the number 1 recruit for the Wildcats in this last class. According to certain publications, the second highest ever ranked recruit at the University of Arizona, behind only DeAndre Ayton, who's obviously performing his trade in the National Basketball Association.
You know how we do around here. Like, we don't, press clippings are great, and grainy footage from some gym is great, but once exhibition starts, once the actual preseason starts, the non-conference starts, that's when you really get a chance. But I'm telling you right now, Caleb Holt, DK, is everything everything that's written about him. I've seen. I've watched quite a few of his games, a lot of his highlights, and heard him talk. And very good head on his shoulders. But the motor on both sides, like I mentioned, and the shooting ability and the winning, that extra level of attention to whatever it takes, Dragon Ball, to get that job done. I mean, that guy is going. Arizona Wildcats fans are going to be very happy to see Caleb Holt suit up in McHale Center this year.
Yeah, there's not a lot of hyperbole when it goes into people, how they describe and what the scouting report looks like for him. It's pretty much as you see it written. That is what he does. And there's going to be a lot of people that wonder how much can he do to replace what Braden Burries brought, what Jaden Bradley had at that guard position. I don't know if there's going to be a lot of drop off in regards to overall talent level at that position. It's just going to be a matter to see how quickly he adjusts, which we got to remember, Braden did take a little bit before he finally started getting into his rhythm when he got into the court here in the college level. So
playing zone in high school and then man-to-man got him in some foul trouble. My favorite DK, real quick, is when you watch some of the summer events, especially senior year summer events like McDonald's All-American Game, those kind of things. Tyrion Strokes is the guy that a lot of people have pointed to as the top of the class this year. But DK, when you watch so many guys deferring to Caleb Holt late in games, like, let's clear out and get the ball to Caleb Holt, it tells you everything you need to know. When your peers are looking to you in big moments in the game to get it done for you, I mean, that's what he's all about.
520-848-1290, 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. Give us a call, give us a text, check in. We've got a whole lot more coming up for you on the show today. We're going to dive into more Arizona football. We're going to talk some NFL Hall of Fame weekend as Larry Fitzgerald took his spot in the hallowed halls in Canton, Ohio. Cameron Cox was there for 12 News up in Phoenix. He'll join us on the show to kind of tell us all about what Hall of Fame weekend was like this past year with the greats that went in, Drew Brees, Adam Vinatieri, Luke Kuechly, all of that. Luke Kuechly with the Carolina Panthers. We are your official Southern Arizona home of the Carolina Panthers, and we've got our first Panther Talk tonight coming up right after our show at 6:05. Cricket is getting you home every 20 minutes on the 5. She's got your traffic and your weather.
From the Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic Center. Some slowing for traffic both directions on Ajo Way at Mission. Earlier crash occurred 12th Avenue near Ajo on 12th Avenue south of Ajo Way with some slowing. And road work along I-10 from Alvernon to Keno. Also road work at Palo Verde and Irvington. Ajo and Keno and Country Club Road closed under I-10. Severe thunderstorm warning in effect until 4 this afternoon. 77 the low, 98 tomorrow, and 102 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Goldberg and Osborne, the injury lawyers. Arizona is where we live and work. Unlike many other law firms, Arizona is our home. Goldberg and Osborne, Arizona's leading injury law firm. Call today at 1-800-THE-EAGLE. That's 1-800-THE-EAGLE.
The Cup is coming home.
Firing pot. Touchdown Arizona. Braden Stooks picks it off, takes it right away. The Cats win the Cup. They win their 9th game of the season, and they do it emphatically.
We are Wildcats Radio 1290.
This is a Westwood One Sports Minute.
Presented by Chumba Casino, your online casino for plays, spins, and a chance to score. Must be 21 and over. Terms at ChumbaCasino.com. News over the weekend from Raiders camp had both Kirk Cousins and Max Crosby sitting out of practice on Saturday due to a fight on Friday. You have to wonder today how many teams picked up the phone and called Vegas to see if Crosby is available. I'm Chris Black.
Drew McIntyre here from WWE. Wielding the Claymore can be a life of chaos. When I'm not dominating in the ring, Chumba Casino is how this warrior takes a wee break. With hundreds of online social games and new weekly releases, there's always something fresh to try. And those daily boosts, next level. Even my free time feels like Valhalla. So when life feels like a battle, kick up your feet, have some fun, and let's Chumba.
Sponsored by BGW Group. No purchase necessary. See terms at ChumbaCasino.com. Must be over 21 and present in the state where it's legal to play.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Progressive presents Heroes That Keep Truckers Going. Today's hero, all the furry four-legged co-pilots out there. Pets like Axel, Bandit, and Smokey, who may not understand humans but do listen to you rant about young people today for hours. Thanks, heroes. Know what else keeps safe truckers going? Saving an average of $6,181 when they elect to share their ELD data with us. Get a quote at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. 2025 National Average Safe Driver Enrollment Discount Savings for new Progressive customers. Excludes mandatory program participants. Not available in all states. Driving data could increase or decrease premiums at renewal.
O'Reilly Auto Parts gets you back to savings. Purchase any 5 quarts of Syntec Full Synthetic Motor Oil and receive a free MicroGuard Select Oil Filter. Limits apply. You can also save 20% on a MicroGuard or MicroGuard Select Engine Air Filter when you purchase this Syntec Oil and Filter Special. Get details at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Tucson, get ready to break the bank. All month long, smash your way into piggy banks loaded with up to $500 free play. Every single Friday and Sunday at Casino del Sol and Casino of the Sun. Mark your calendars specifically for August 28th and September 25th with new action-packed Smash a Bank Power Hours for your shot at a share of $50,000 cash and free play. Grab your hammer, Tucson. The bank is begging to be broken. Only at Casino del Sol and Casino of the Sun, an enterprise of the Pasquayaki tribe.
Are you planning a home renovation? Getting quotes on windows, doors, cabinets, countertops, or flooring? Before you commit, visit the Window Depot and make sure you're not overpaying. The Window Depot is your one-stop shop for top quality products at the lowest prices. We're locally owned and operated with no installers and no middlemen, so you save big. perfect for DIYers, contractors, and homeowners. Visit a location near you or shop online at thewindowdepot.com. The Window Depot, more than a window store.
Hi, this is Natalie Fernandez with Meridian Wealth Management. As a boutique fiduciary investment firm, our clients have trusted us to guide them down their financial paths for decades. Whether you are an individual or family, business, foundation, or nonprofit, we are committed to your long-term goals and financial futures. We are proud supporters of the Tucson community and all that makes our city so special. Visit online at meridianwealthllc.com to learn more about Meridian today.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
Everyone loves to get together for food, fun, and sports. But what's the best spot? I'm Josh Bishop, owner of Fork and Fire, Catalina, and Oro Valley. My brother, best friend, and I have been cooking for one another and for our neighbors for years, and we get to live our passion every day at Fork and Fire. At our Catalina Grill, you'll love the elevated bar fare and barbecue, served in our relaxed and fun neighborhood grill. Fork and Fire Catalina, where great food meets good times and a strong community. Bring everyone on down to Fork and Fire in Catalina and Oro Valley.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Ball right hash mark. Cats moving right to left. And Fafita with the hand clap. He'll take it and hand off. That's Mahdi. Hold 20, 10. Touchdown, Arizona.
Touchdown, Arizona.
Is Mahdi. Blew through a big hole down the right side. Untouched into the end zone. And the Cats lead at 6-0.
Wow, that was a gaping hole on the right side. And Cincinnati seems to be stunned right now as Mahdi just blows through their defense untouched for a touchdown.
Ishmael Mahdi back along with Max Harris on your Arizona Wildcats. He was the U of A's leading rusher last season. 853 yards, 4 touchdowns. Also caught 17 passes out of the backfield for 119 and a touchdown. 5. So I was saying 5 for 5. Most people were saying 5 and 5. No, I see both in articles. I got to figure out which one we're going. Which sounds better? 5 in 5 or 5 for 5?
5 and 5, I would say.
5 in 5?
Yeah.
Okay. You have a vote on that, J-Dub? You want to?
How about 5 or 5?
5 or 5, yeah.
5 or 5. I don't know if or. I mean, it's You get
it works.
Well, we
get
did
to
the
play
4 ors to
5
start.
years in 5 years, 5 years, 4, 5. 5 in 5.
I was making a
probably sounds
joke
better.
because last year was the 4 ors, remember?
Right, yeah.
Oh, yeah. The 4 ors. That was from what?
Because there were 4 running backs, so
That's
it was like
right.
Mahdi or
That's right.
the rest of them
That's
down the
right.
list.
The 4 ors. We might have more than 4 ors this year with Mahdi back in the room. Now, let's hear from Ishmael Mahdi. He talked last season, early last season, about coming here to the University of Arizona and being a part of this offense with Seth Doege.
We play fast, and we believe in each other. Coach Doege believes in us. He's doing a great job putting the skilled players in a great position to make plays. I mean, this is one of the best OCs I've been around. He's doing a great job finding the playmakers to make plays, and we're staying together. I feel like this is the most committed offensive group that I've been with. Player-wise, we're player-led. We push each other and stuff like that. It's been great to be with this offense.
I mentioned that 1 year played here. Last season was his lone season playing for the University of Arizona, and ironically came over with Max Harris. Both of them had played the year prior at Texas State. Max Harris was playing at his fourth school because he started at Incarnate Word, you might remember. Then he went and played at Louisiana Monroe for a year. Then he played at Texas Tech and finally at Arizona. So he and Ishmael Mahdi came over from Texas State after having a great junior year there. Let's hear from Max Harris just on what he learned of during his time playing with Ishmael Mahdi at Texas State.
Ish, man, that's my dog. We came over here knowing that he's a hard worker and having somebody that, you know, we have the same goals. We both started off FCS, went to FBS, and now we're at this, you know, at this level. So it feels good having him at practice. Going against him, man, it's just going to give it his all every single rep, you know, whether it's, you know, pass protection, whether it's, you know, open field tackling on the running backs and things like that. I know it's just going to give it his all, so that just pushes me to go even harder.
Obviously, their ability to do this comes after U.S. District Court judge in Colorado, Charlotte Sweeney, granted an extra year of eligibility for athletes who began their college careers in the 2022-2023 season and had completed 4 seasons of eligibility. 5 in 5 is the new rule that is going into effect this year, which will allow college athletes to have 5 seasons of competition over a 5-year period that begins with their full-time enrollment or the academic year following their 19th birthday, whichever occurs first. So congratulations to those 2 young men. Looking forward to watching them get ramped up. We had a chance to talk to Ishmael a little bit. He was here in the building a few weeks ago. And pubbing his new barbecue joint, the Dickey's Barbecue, which he has started. So I guess Dickey's is going to have to find a new boss because the boss is going to be out performing for the University of Arizona. But he was saying that had stayed in pretty good shape because he had tried out for a number of the UFL teams and gone through that process and whatnot. So he didn't feel like it would be an issue for him jumping right back into the mix of the UA if that were the opportunity came about.
So the camera pans to Ishmael Mahdi on the sidelines, and he's eating a particular brand of food, perchance?
I would imagine that.
I don't think payola applies to college athletes, does it?
I don't think so.
No, probably not. I mean, there's been a lot of changes to NIL, so I don't know. It may have, but I don't think that that's the case.
And that was the thing. It was kind of funny. It was like, I wonder if he's gonna if any of he's gonna get any of the guys to do endorsements,
right,
for him. Can he still do? Because technically, he still owns the restaurant. There's nothing that says he can't have the restaurant and own the restaurant. Can he hire his teammates to do and give them NIL deals? Can you,
bro? You open Pandora's box. Okay, so you got a freshman. There's a hotshot freshman coming out of high school, and $3 million is the price to get him to come to your campus.
Yeah.
So instead of spending that $3 million on some fancy cars, he invests it, opens a business, and by the time he's a senior, he's cutting NIL checks for the freshman class that's coming in, right? So student athletes at universities paying into an NIL fund to get better teammates. How's that work?
I'm just thinking of it like if we're going to do commercials like that, it just screams of, I don't know if any of you have ever seen the San Antonio Spurs HEB commercials.
Yeah.
That's just that would be a perfect overall script to follow for that kind of a thing. That'd be great.
Now, what are these Spurs commercials?
They used to do a lot of grocery store commercials for a local grocery store chain in the Texas area. And Tim Duncan is the most deadpan person on the planet, but somehow, much like Peyton Manning and Eli Manning, for some reason, he has no personality when he talks to anybody else, but in a commercial, he's the funniest person ever. And the same thing goes for Kawhi Leonard when he was there before the bad times with San Antonio's front office began. He and Tim were so funny in those commercials. And then you also throw in Manu Ginobili and Tony Parker. I think Bruce Bowen may have been in a couple of them. Again, it was a long-standing advertising campaign between the Spurs and HEB.
To be fair, it wasn't really Kawhi they had a problem with. It was Uncle Dennis.
Yes, Uncle Dennis. And Uncle Dennis got himself into some other hot water recently, too.
Uncle Dennis. All right. How about we have got a top play? We've got another tennis top play for you. We're back in it. The ramp up to the U.S. Open. which is coming up here starting at the end of the month. They're playing all the lead-in tournaments. This one, I believe, is up above the border. I've got a tennis play coming up for you on a match that begins in about 38 minutes.
Pat Boyle here to help you beat the books with Westwood One Sports. The lead up to the U.S. Open continues with the quarterfinals at the Canadian Masters, and I think Luciano Darderi is a live dog. The Italian, ranked 22 in the world, is a 2-1 underdog against American Brandon Nakashima. On a normal hard court, I'd agree, but Montreal center court is very slow, and it's expected to be extremely humid tonight. This will play more closely to clay court conditions with long rallies, so I give Darderi closer to a 50-50 shot of winning. Darderi on the money line, outright. I'm Pat Boyle. Bet smarter, beat the books. Download the BetMGM app today.
All right, so this match between Luciano Darderi and Brandon Nakashima, Brandon is from the United States, begins at 4:30. So you got about 35 minutes or so, because I usually take these tennis matches off the board about 3 minutes before they're scheduled to start. Darderi on the money line is plus 190, and we've done pretty good. I think we've had 4 of these tennis bets over the course of the last 2 weeks, and we've won 3 of them.
In 40, we trust.
Yeah, so let's take.
Only if Pat's doing it, though.
Yeah, only if Pat Boyle's giving us the advice, for sure. He is the tennis guy, apparently, over there at Westwood One Sports. So Luciano Darderi over Brandon Nakashima at plus 190, your $12.90 bet will bring you back $24.51. Again, that match gets underway at about, for scheduled to start. Now, they might be behind schedules because sometimes they are. Scheduled to start at 4:30.
Brandon Nakashima grew up in San Diego and went to college in Virginia.
Yeah, well, Virginia's got
okay, but there's some really good West Coast tennis programs as well.
That's true. But Virginia's good. Did he go to the University?
Yes,
of Virginia?
he was a Cavalier.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
they're good.
yeah. Wow.
They're good. They knocked us out one year, I think. I think it was last year.
I'm just not familiar with the San Diego to Virginia pipeline.
No,
I'm not sure that's a standard.
That is a major coastal shift in regards to location.
Yeah. Maybe he didn't want to, everybody wants to spread their wings at some point.
You're spreading your wings all the way to Virginia. I guarantee you that was a conversation the parents were trying to convince him out of.
If we want to go by all of the conversations we've had with track and field athletes over the last few years, my guess would be a coach was involved, DK.
Oh, yeah. Now that you say that way, that makes a lot more sense.
I go where my coach is,
Yeah, the guy who recruited me for the past 2 years, he moved schools, so now I'm moving to this one.
Apparently, he only played 1 year there. And I played he was all ACC he was ACC Freshman of the Year in 2019. He was so good that he decided to forego the rest of his eligibility, and he turned pro.
20-3.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. I was in. Let's see, what's his best U.S. Open? He got to the 4th round. He's gotten to the 4th round of the U.S. Open. That was back 2 years ago. Got to the 4th round at Wimbledon in 2022. But not those are his best Grand Slam performances so far. But Brandon Nakashima is not the play tonight. The Italian is the play. Darderi.
Yeah, we're always looking for American-born, men's tennis. He's only 25, and he had a world ranking of 29 was his peak, TK. So a name to keep an eye on.
Coached by Wayne Ferreira, he was a pretty good tennis player back in the day for sure. We got to find somebody that can win a Grand Slam at some point, right? DK on the Sports
Pat is not walking through that door.
No. Pat? You mean Pete or Pat? Pat.
I meant of the McEnroe.
Oh,
variety.
Pat. Yeah. Oh, I was thinking Pete Sampras ain't walking through that door. Neither is Andre Agassi or any of those other guys that were great back in the day. All right, DK on the Sports Tip, 520-848-1290. Dragon Ball's here. He's got everything happening in sports in Southern Arizona as well as sports around the world.
Well, camp continues for the University of Arizona football team. Defensive line coach Joe Salvea spoke with the media today with a lot of attention on this year's defensive line this season after some struggles with injury last year. Now, getting all the old and new faces in line to put a stop to the run and rush the passer, Coach Salvea talked about the importance of hand placement they've had so far during camp.
When you put on the film, our guys utilizing hands, or we're avoiding contact, or we're all over the place. So those are the things that we're always constantly grading, is our effort, but also our physicality at the point of attack. We have to address the point of attack a certain way, and that's displacing the offensive lineman with tight hands and extension with velocity. And so we do a lot of individual drills to address those.
Again, Arizona only collected 21 sacks last season, ranking 13th out of 16 teams in the Big 12. And the Diamondbacks continue their struggles with Paul Sewald, but the reunion will now officially come to a close. They have removed him from the closer position, and Sewald has now been designated for assignment. Sewald has seen his ERA balloon from 3.18, it was back in June, to now 6.23 after allowing 17 earned runs in just over his last 10 innings of work just recently. Diamondbacks will likely keep to the closer by committee formula, with Brandon Garcia and Kevin Ginkel being the main focuses. And following the tragedy of the shooting of his wife, Chiefs offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy has returned to the team for the Kansas City Chiefs camp. Mia Bieniemy is still in stable condition in the Virginia hospital, but Coach Bieniemy had left to be with his wife for the past 2 weeks and missed out on the last 11 practices with the squad. Head coach Andy Reid said it was good to have EB back, and says he doesn't think he's missed a step as he returns to the team that he helped achieve great success from 2018 to 2022 at the offensive coordinator position in his last stint with Kansas City. I'm Dragon Ball with your 2020 Sports Update on Wildcats Radio 1290.
Nobody covers your Cats like we do.
Headed for the corner, he's in. Touchdown, Arizona. On the break, slide it home. Here comes the throw home. He slides, he's safe. The Cats are champions.
We are Wildcats Radio 1290.
From the Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic Center. Collisions Alvernon near Drexel and some slowing on southbound Alvernon. Approaching Drexel, Foothills, Campbell and Skyline and Campbell. Also a wreck 12th Avenue south of Ahaway. Some backups on westbound Ahaway at Mission. And for your weather, flood watch until 10 tonight, 77, the low 98 tomorrow, 102 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. You know how some places have a secret menu? Well, this is not that menu. It's the Cantina menu, and it's only at Taco Bell. At participating U.S. Taco Bell locations for a limited time only while supplies last.
It's DK on the Sports Tip. Did you hear what we're talking about?
I don't know if either of you guys ever watched Soul Train growing up.
What are we going to do about DK thinking you're 2 decades older than you
See,
are?
the thing is
because it's consistent.
I've seen the Soul Train line. The problem is I've seen it on VH1's
Right.
I Love the 70s.
Soul Train was off the air by the time I was aware and could watch television, and I'm like 20 years older than you.
DK on the Sports Tip. Weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. on Wildcats Radio 1290.
14 teams believed, 12 were wrong. The Indoor Football League National Championship hits the Tucson Convention Center on Sunday, August 16th. It's football full throttle. The best players, the biggest hits, the only game that matters. Don't just hear about it, be a part of it. History will happen. Get your tickets now at IFLNationalChampionship.com or Ticketmaster. The IFL National Championship, Sunday, August 16th at the Tucson Convention Center.
Sean Furrier for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. It's August already, the month we shift our attention away from potholes and road construction and back to school traffic. And our shorter backpack-toting neighbors jumping from the corner bus stop through crosswalks and towards those big yellow buses. So eyes up, cell phones down, and stay alert. This month at Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, we're getting drivers like you ready with all kinds of specials to keep the wheels on your bus going round and round. Specials like free brake inspections and all the tire brands you trust at prices that beat the warehouse clubs and national chains. And Jack Furrier has the budget-friendly brands to Arizona-proof your daily commute and make your daily driving, stopping, starting, and swerving so much better. So make an appointment online, call ahead, or just stop by for savings all month long at any of our 14 award-winning locations. And let's remember to keep our eyes up, cell phones down, and get everyone where they need to go safely. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, since 1960, we're here to get you there.
Hi, you know me, Scott Lehman from ScottSaysYes.com. Check out this month's Wildcats Radio 1290 Community Calendar powered by Premier Auto Center.
Visit the Wildcats Radio 1290 Community Calendar at wildcatsradio1290.com to find out what community events are coming up in the Tucson area. You can also find Wildcats Radio 1290 events, upcoming sporting events, and more. Get the details and get involved with our community at wildcatsradio1290.com.
Go to ScottSaysYes.com today.
And now, a no-frills ad sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Here it is. You can save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive. That's it. See? Just a good old-fashioned straightforward ad. See if you can save at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE or Progressive.com.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
I scream. You scream. We all scream. Because Wendy's famous small classic Frosty is just $1 for a limited time. More screaming, happy screaming, summer screaming, dollar small classic Frosty screaming! But please don't scream in the drive-thru. It hurts the employees' ears. Get a $1 small classic Frosty for a limited time, only at Wendy's.
U.S. price and participation may vary. A la carte only, not valid for delivery. Limit 10 per transaction. Price may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii.
American Red Cross inventories of the most needed blood types are days away from crisis levels. Help make sure patients receive life-saving medical treatments. Make your appointment to donate. Use the Blood Donor app. Visit redcrossblood.org or call 1-800-RED-CROSS to schedule your donation.
Nobody covers your cats like we do. We are the home of your Arizona Wildcats. KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus media station. Wildcats Radio 1290 studios are brought to you by ICCU at ICCU.com.
DK on the sports tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
The Diamondbacks won a series from the Dodgers this weekend, and it started with a flair for the dramatics on Friday night.
Waldy to the gap. That's got some legs. It's on its way, and it's gone. Ryan Waldschmidt wins it. Wow! What a ball game. Woo!
Ryan Waldschmidt with the walk-off two-run home run on Friday night. So that extended the Dodgers' losing streak to 7 games.
Ooh,
but
I feel so sorry for the Dodgers.
You know what? The funniest part about seeing this losing streak and seeing how bad the Dodgers have been on the back end of their pitching with the bullpen, the minute that my dad had a chance, he's like, that's the Edwin Diaz I know.
Yeah.
That's the Edwin Diaz I remember. I'm like, oh, this is cathartic for him.
See,
now.
for me, I remember it was like Scooble to the Dodgers. Okay, they've broken baseball. Baseball's broken. We're gonna have work stoppage coming up in January, and then they lost 7 straight in a row right after that.
Yep.
The beauty of baseball, though, is that there's another game tomorrow. And tomorrow was Saturday, and Ryan Waldschmidt came up again in this game in the 10th inning with a chance to walk off the Dodgers yet again.
And Ryan Waldschmidt, who had the walk-off home run last night, is the batter. Dreyer fires. Bounce towards the middle. He'll go to second one. Over to first. Double play. Losing streak over.
Gotta love baseball. One night you're the hero. Everybody's pouring the bubblegum buckets on you and the dousing you with the Gatorade. And the next night you hit into a double play and you lose the game. That is why I love the game of baseball.
And you could also talk about how there's been a lot with this losing streak for the Dodgers. There's been a lot of talk about, this team probably isn't going to – this team looks like it's falling apart at the perfect time, the postseason, yada, yada, yada. Let's not forget, the Dodgers seemingly have to have their July collapse the last 2 seasons. They were 14-14 in July of 2024. They were 10-14 in July of 2025. This team, for some reason, does not know how to maintain themselves in July, And then once you get into August, that's when they suddenly ramp it up for the postseason race. So I know that a lot of Diamondback fans are happy to see this, but don't assume that an NL West race is on the way. Just let's focus on the wild card and keep yourselves in position for that. You're not going to overtake the Dodgers
You're
at this point.
only 7.5. Let's get to that part. So rubber game of the series on Sunday, and enter Ketel Marte.
Slams it to left. Marte, goodbye. You were saying Marte in his last 70 plate appearances as a right-hand batter has hit 9 home runs. That's number 20 on the year, and it's 2-0 Diamondbacks, a jumbo jack.
We're all hoping that's the start of something big for Ketel Marte. They've been sorely missing his clutch back.
He is so dangerous from that right side.
And if you want to win a series, who better to have on the bump coming off a bad start than Eduardo Rodriguez?
Got him. Change up, but there's one away.
Down and in, but Ohtani fooled completely by that Rodriguez changeup for years.
Swing and a miss. Went to the changeup again, but left it up, and Pages swung through it. 2 strikeouts. Started off for Erod.
As now the 0-2. Swing and a miss again. Outside changeup, and Erod has struck out 3 of the first 4 Dodgers. Swings and misses for strike 3.
He has this stuff working. I mean, location is paramount for Erod, and that's what he's been doing for his entire career. And he is putting it exactly where Moreno puts the glove.
That one, come on, Carlos Torres. There it is. Torres is going to charge the Dodgers with a challenge here. It is a strike. Swing and a miss. There's the Erod changeup. He gets Hernandez for the second time. He has struck out 6 through 4.
He delivers. Swing and a miss. Back to the changeup, and he gets his 7th strikeout. Strike 3 called. Just mentally fried Edman that at bat, and Erod gets his 8th strikeout pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out for a 3rd time today, and a new season high for Rodriguez. 9 strikeouts in 6 innings.
And how about this? I mean, the thing that stands out to me about Sunday was Torrey let him throw 115 pitches in that game. 7 innings, 9 strikeouts, 2 earned runs to 5 hits. I mean, they've been kind of capping him right around 105, but they let him go out there and finish the 7th. So good to see him get a chance to maybe throw a few more pitches in the game. That was the Erod we've all come to know. And Kevin Ginkel got the save opportunity on Sunday, and he had a clean 9th inning with 2 Ks.
I mean, when you go extra innings late night, right, and you follow that up with a day game the next day,
oh yeah,
bullpen becomes an issue. So I'm pretty sure they needed Erod to go. I did look it up, by the way, because you're talking about the race. I'm sure we'll get deeper into it. A month ago, guys, today it was 15 games.
Yeah,
twice. They've halved the distance between them and the Dodgers in 1 month.
Mm-hmm. So there's 7.5 games out. 7.5 games out on August the 10th. I mean, again, it's the Dodgers. They're they're not, I guess I should probably preface this by saying they're not the Detroit Tigers. You know, last year, Cleveland, my tribe, was 15.5 games out and came back from that to win the division. The Dodgers are not the Tigers. I don't know that that's going to happen, but you got to feel good about 7.5 games and just keep whittling it away. And what you've won now, before the loss Saturday, they'd won 5 in a row against the Dodgers. So you've won 6 of the last 7 games against the Dodgers, including the sweep in Los Angeles. So just take that, feel good about it, and continue playing good baseball. 7 games above 500. Let's try to get that, stretch that out to 10. Still tied for the second wild card in the National League with the Phillies, 6 back of the Cubs. Let's hear from Torey Lovullo on the win by Erod and the series win over the Dodgers.
It's a puzzle. Every single time you play a team, especially the Dodgers, that's never the same. And as many weapons as they have, in my opinion, they've got probably 5 or 6 of the best players in the world on their team by position. And you just got to really be ready and make adjustments and be adaptable. And that's what this team has been doing. Day where we had 4 relievers down, and we're extremely thinned out day game after night game, tough emotional loss last night. Clearly a game we felt like we should have won. We cycled through that and threw up 4 runs in the first couple of innings. So I'm proud of the team's readiness and the statement they made by stepping onto the field and not letting yesterday affect them and jumping out to an early lead. And that sets a tone. And from there, Erod took it completely over. You can see we extended the pitch count to 115. It's nothing that we do here on a regular basis. However, because of where we were in the bullpen, we just needed to anchor to as many pitches as he could throw and get through the part of the lineup that he was, and then turn it over to the 2 relievers that we use. So what can you say about Erod? It was just real good stuff. It looked like he kept emptying his tank late in the outing. I saw his velo climb in that last outing up to 93. So that's preparing. That's a willingness to go out there and get the job done and grind it out for his boys and make a sacrifice for this group. And it wasn't easy for him. I know that. He's going to say it is. We always fight about this. He wants to throw 130 pitches every time he goes out there. But it's simply not what we want him ever to do. And today we needed him to, and he did. So it was a great win. It was a great series. I want everybody to enjoy it and drink it up. They deserve it. We won a season series against the Dodgers. We're firmly planted in the middle of a wild card race. We're going to layer in players that are getting healthy. And I want them to feel what they did and then be ready for a series that's going to be very stubborn tomorrow against the Rockies. So that will be another test. It never stops. Every day is a test from here on out until the end of the season, and I want these boys to go out there and ace every single exam that they're taking, and so far they have.
All right, that was Torey Lovullo. Dragon Ball went over the roster moves. Guys, he mentioned guys healthy and coming back. One of those is Michael Soroka, who's been reinstated off the disabled list. He's been out for a couple of months, and with that move, Paul Sewald, who's been struggling out of the bullpen, has been designated for assignment. Paul had been very solid in the closer role for the majority of the season, but things have just fallen completely off the rails the last 3 or 4 weeks, and so his position with the club is not anymore. So we'll see where that goes, and the Diamondbacks will play the Rockies tonight, so that's a team you should sweep. Sweep them and then head back out.
So thankless. Like, think of Trevor Hoffman, like if he had a 3-game stretch where he wasn't doing so great.
Yeah, right.
We might be having a different conversation, right? Like Paul Sewald, like you mentioned it, DK. Let's not gloss over that. He would, I think he had like 14 consecutives, something like that.
23 or 24.
Yeah, gave up like 2 runs in like 12 appearances. But those last 5 appearances, I think Torey gave him a long, bit of rope, and enough was enough. And so you got to make that move.
Yep.
All right, we are joined by the 4th member of our team. Cricket is here with us. Cricket, have you ever heard of Veronica?
Yeah, but I don't know.
It's a name
Veronica
that exists.
from the movie Heathers?
No.
There's Veronica Mars.
No, Veronica is apparently this like meme cartoon that's going around. She's like she basically works in an office, and she puts people in their place who call. She's like customer service. She's like the customer service who calls up and deals with the rude people that call customer service.
Okay.
My wife is all into this Veronica. Like, we literally sit up every night and watch like 15 or 20 minutes of this Veronica.
So it's like if you go to social media and you search Veronica, these little videos will come up
with a K.
Oh,
Veronica with a K. Yeah, and it'll come up. So yeah, we'll play one when you come back in an hour, because it's funny because it's one lady. She does all the voices. So there might be 3 people, and apparently like it's this really convoluted story where she started doing these skits just on like her YouTube page or channel, and then somebody took her voice and made the cartoons.
Oh, okay.
Started doing the cartoons with her voice, because she does like all the voices. Now, it's weird because some of the voices you can tell it's like her doing multiple voices. Like I told my wife, it's like after I read up on her and then I saw her in person and I saw her page, I could tell that, yeah, that's right. The voices sound very similar because she's doing all the voices. But yeah, Veronica, this apparently is the new thing now.
Okay.
So
every single day there's a new thing.
There's a
by
new
the way.
thing. Yeah, exactly.
There will always be something new.
A new thing.
Oh man,
Remember, there was a point in time where once upon a time on the internet, Rick rolling was the new thing.
Rick
That was cool.
Rick
That's still funny, by the way.
It's still funny.
I think it's still funny.
What exactly was Rick
Oh, you would play Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give
Astley.
You Up on sub. Like, you would just hide the link and then you would make them hear the song.
Yeah, it all started with Sunny. So Always Sunny had an episode 4 years before the first ever Rickroll, and they talked about that song, and then Rickrolling happened.
Okay. I'll get into something else because we're a little bit over. I'll get into something else as well coming up here a little bit later. All right, Cricket, it is time for you to bestow intelligence on the world. I like that.
You hyped this up.
The
like
world. I don't know if I can say that for you because I say that for Dragon Ball.
Okay. See?
The world. Cricket's got quotes.
I enjoy talking to you.
Do you? Do you really?
Your mind appeals to me. It resembles my own mind, except that you happen to be insane.
I enjoy talking to you too.
Well, thank
Cricket. And don't call me insane.
Too late.
One more time.
I enjoy talking to you. Your mind appeals to me. It resembles my own mind, except you happen to be insane.
Ah. I'm going to say that was Elizabeth Taylor.
Anybody else?
I would say that's probably 1984's own George Orwell.
Yes, sir.
Wait, George Orwell?
1984.
That's from the book. So who said
Well,
it in the book?
George
He's the
Orwell
author.
is the author.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just I know him as 1984's George Orwell. Not saying that that's from
Oh,
1984.
Okay. It's a George Orwell quote, but
Yes.
it's not from 1984.
It is from according to where I pulled this quote.
It is from the book. We don't know who said that.
No,
in the
it's,
book.
you're right.
Okay. I'm confusing everybody now.
Yeah, it's George Orwell. It was quoted. It said from where I got the quote from 1984.
Ah, okay. That was I remember reading that book in grade school and thinking that was just really far out and strange.
In grade school?
How deep in grade school were you reading 1984?
Like 7th or 8th grade?
Okay.
Isn't that middle school? Isn't that
Well,
junior
That's
high?
more middle school, yeah.
Grade
I was going to say
school.
if you're a fourth
I
grader
read it
reading
before.
1984,
We read it before high school. I remember that. Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
that sounds about
like
right.
a fourth
7th or
grader
8th
reading
grade.
1984. That seems like a bit advanced reading.
That's
I think
yeah.
you should
Well,
wait
I was
till
always
you're
in private school, so maybe that's
old
why.
enough to legally vote
Yes.
because that's what it's about. So maybe understand what's going on before you take the time to ingest that reading material.
That's one of those books they probably wouldn't let us read now.
Exactly.
Not at
Probably.
that level. Not at that level.
All right.
All right.
Coming up, we've got Pick It with Cricket, and we'll let Cricket hear Veronica,
Okay.
and she can understand what I deal with now every single night,
Every night.
courtesy of my wife. All right, Cricket is getting you home every 20 minutes on the 5s with traffic and weather.
Crashes reported Alvernon south of I-10. Some earlier southbound slowing. Southbound Alvernon south of I-10. Wreck in Sarita, Rancho Sarita Boulevard and Sarita Road. Backups westbound on Ajo Way approaching Mission Road, which is also causing some slowing at the southbound I-19 Ajo off-ramp. Severe thunderstorm warning until 5 this afternoon. 77 the low, 98 tomorrow. 102 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio. 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Farm Safe 811.
Farm Safe 811 starts with you. Always call 811 and wait for any underground lines to be marked.
Always keep safety in the back of your mind. Just stay humble.
For more information, go to farmsafe811.org.
Hey, it's DK on the Sports Tip. Don't miss a minute of the best Arizona Wildcats coverage in town. Tell your Alexa device to play Wildcats Radio 1290. This is your home of Arizona football, men's basketball, and baseball. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Attorney Joe Cordell.
Business owners and professionals face special challenges in divorce court. In addition to everything else going on, they have to contend with allegations that they are earning more than they are, coupled with claims on their business or practice itself. Clients with assets depend on their divorce lawyer's skills in these matters, and that's why it's so important to hire someone that has those skills.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Tucson area attorneys. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. CordellCordell.com.
Constipation with belly pain back again? Huh? Who are you? I'm future you. Future me? Relax, our doctor figured it out. Your symptoms keep coming back because it's irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C, and Linzess could help you get ahead of it.
Linzess linaclotide is the #1 prescribed branded treatment for IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily prescription pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2 years old. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
There are many reasons you might need Dorado Rockin' Materials. A few bare spots in the yard, the driveway needs filling in, or it could be that the yard needs a whole makeover. Whatever the reason, if your yard has the summertime blues, Dorado Rockin' Materials has everything from sand to boulders and every rock and pebble in between. If you need help spreading it, we have options for that too. Call 400-4233. Dorado Rockin' Materials. The right service, the right product, the right price.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
Your old AC unit is the most expensive thing in your house this summer. Replace it now and get $1,000 off from Picture Rocks Cooling and up to $720 in rebates. Along with our 1-year money-back guarantee, that's the smartest move you'll make this summer. Call now for your free estimate, 520-492-0748 or picturerockscooling.com.
Picture Rocks Cooling, heating and plumbing.
Drew McIntyre here from WWE. Wielding the Claymore can be a life of chaos. When I'm not dominating in the ring, Chumba Casino is how this warrior takes a wee break. With hundreds of online social games and new weekly releases, there's always something fresh to try. And those daily boosts, next level. Even my free time feels like Valhalla. So when life feels like a battle, kick up your feet, have some fun, and let's Chumba.
Sponsored by BGW Group. No purchase necessary. See terms at ChumbaCasino.com. Must be over 21 and present in the state where it's legal to play.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey you, we've got something new in the store.
Well, not really in store. It's in your home, in your office, where you play, wherever you are.
My point, son. We're here, you're there.
Wherever that is.
Tucson Appliance Company is your appliance concierge.
Tell us what you want. We will find it and send you photos, texts, emails, even FaceTime you the appliance. Buy it and we will deliver it. We're your personal appliance shopper.
Only at Tucson Appliance, where our low pricing your priority.
Join us Saturday, September 5th, as Brent Brennan and Noah Fafita take on the NAU Lumberjacks.
Touchdown, Arizona!
Our 1290 pregame show starts at 2 p.m. with kickoff scheduled for 6:30 p.m. on Wildcats Radio, 1290.
American Red Cross inventories of the most needed blood types are days away from crisis levels. Help make sure patients receive life-saving medical treatments. Make your appointment to donate. Use the Blood Donor app. Visit redcrossblood.org or call 1-800-RED-CROSS to schedule your donation.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. Hall of Fame weekend has wrapped up in Canton, Ohio. What a weekend it is. Larry Fitzgerald enshrined, I should say, into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Let's talk to a gentleman who was there this weekend. Cameron Cox joins us now. 12 News sports director from up in Phoenix, Arizona. Cameron, also always a great chance to get to talk to you. What was it like being in Canton this past weekend for Larry's coronation?
Well, first of all, DK, it's good to talk to you, buddy. Hope everything is going well down there in Tucson. Man, it was a blast. It was such a cool experience. It was kind of emotional. There's a lot of things. it's just neat to be there. One, football heaven, the birthplace of football. You just feel like a little kid kind of running around. One of the moments that stuck out has nothing to do with Larry. We were in the bus room, and this dad and his son were walking in front of me, and his son was like trying to tug dad along. And the dad goes, "Hey, hold on, son. I'm looking at my heroes. Like, I'm looking at the guys I grew up with. This is my childhood here." And it's like that everywhere you go, DK. Like just the Hall of Fame and reading about things you remember as a kid. It just brings back all kinds of emotions and feelings. And then on top of that, you have, in my opinion, the greatest athlete in the history of Arizona sports, the greatest Arizona Cardinal of all time, going into the Hall of Fame. Meant so much to so many, meant so much to our community, our city, our valley, our state. And it just was really neat to see. There were multiple emotions, seeing him get the gold jacket and being inducted in the Hall of Fame. I thought the speech was so fittingly Arizona. It was just so cool to tie it all in and to bring, the people of Arizona along for the ride that couldn't make it and go to it or watch it on TV. I just thought it was an awesome week, man. It was just a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's so unfortunate that his father didn't live to see it, because that was such an important part of his life. And we all remember when Mr. Fitz would show up in the locker room asking questions, and Larry would give him jabs and all that. And I'm sure you were there countless times when that would happen. And he was supposed to be the presenter, and that fell to Larry's son. How do you think that Larry's son was able to handle that?
Yeah, well, first, Mr. Fitz, I miss him. You're right, DK. I mean, we would see him so many times in the locker room at games. Like, I remember a lot of those conversations, and it was always special to talk to him. He was really tough on Larry, kind of reminded me of my dad and a little bit with me. I thought their relationship was neat. Tough love, DK, is that universal language. You just know when you see it. And so, yeah, he was just such a special guy, and I will always remember in February when Larry was announced for the Hall of Fame, we got a chance to interview him. He was the first person I thought of when Larry got announced for it, because I knew there was nobody more prouder in that room than Mr. Fitz. And it was really cool. Larry told me after his speech that the Hall of Fame left a seat open for his dad, and I just thought that it was really everybody honored Larry Fitzgerald Sr. all weekend and kept his memory alive. And so, Larry said it best while he's bummed that he wasn't there. He was definitely there in spirit. But I thought his son Devin did a great job, and it was neat to see all the Fitzgerald boys up there. Larry talked about just how important it was that was the case, that he took his whole family with him and had, his son Devin, who's a freshman at Notre Dame, who got a break from camp, to be there. It was just so important to give him those experiences. And I thought Devin did a fantastic job, and I thought it was a really cool family moment.
Yeah, I think the one about his dad this really stands out was when his phone went off, and Larry was like so unprofessional.
Well, DK, that was my camera who shot it. That was me in the locker room, and I'll never forget that as long as I live. We were in Seattle, and so that video is going around. Yeah, I shot that thing, and so I just remember being in the locker room. So you're interviewing Larry. And all of a sudden the recorder goes off, and I just had a feeling it was his dad. And so, I picked the camera up, had the mic in the other end, and just turned it because I knew his dad was over there. And it happened to be his dad, and the exchange was just perfect. What people don't understand is that the kicker, Phil Dawson, walks behind him. Thank goodness he had a towel on. That's all I got to say. You just never know in the locker room. It's so the whole shot could have been ruined. It wasn't. It ended up being a great moment and funny. But I will always remember that as long as I live. I just had an instinct that he was standing over there because I had just talked to him. But that was one of those instances in the locker room post-game. He would be there. He would ask his son questions, and it was fitting that it was his recorder that went off. I just happened to be there, just happened to pan the camera over and get his reaction, and then back to Larry. It was great. It was great.
Cameron Cox is joining us for a few more minutes from up in Phoenix. He was in Canton this past weekend. Cameron, just what was the response? Obviously, Mr. Bidwell, Michael Bidwell was there, and Larry drafted under his father, the legendary Bill Bidwell. What were the Bidwell's family? What were their thoughts on just the weekend and being a part of that?
Oh, it was neat. I mean, from seeing them there, the whole family there. Devin Booker was there. Carson Palmer was there.
Yeah.
Patrick Peterson was there. Frosty Rucker was there, Kelvin Beachum, who's who of like Cardinals here recently. It's just neat to, H.U. Shipley, Anquan Bolden. You could go down the list of a lot of former Larry teammates who were there who just felt like it was important to be there. Devin I've talked to in the past about Larry. He's always kind of mentioned how Larry is his role model and kind of an idol in a sense, like playing for one team your entire career. It's why I tell people all the time, Devin ain't going nowhere. He will retire a Phoenix Suns. And they look at me kind of funny. They're like, are you sure? Are you positive? I'm like, I don't need to say this every year. It's what's going to happen because of what the example that Larry has set. Yes, Larry didn't win a Super Bowl, but that's not failure. Approaching every day like you're playing for one is a success in my eyes. How you treat people is another success in my eyes. And I thought it was just great how Larry ended his speech with, talking about surrounding yourself with the right people, making sure you bring others along with you. And it was like a thank you to Arizona. And in return, like, we thank him for bringing us along for the ride. So I thought it was a very well representation of what it means to treat people right. And the people that showed up there, you could see it and you could hear it in the message too as well.
Cam, always appreciate the chance to chat with you. We'll do it again real soon.
Oh, no territorial cup? We're too early for that? We'll get to that.
Well, you said you got to go back and do TV. The Cats are looking good.
True, I gotta go.
The Cats are
gotta go.
The Cats are looking
man.
good, man.
Okay.
Noah Fafita's been slinging it.
Oh yeah, I heard he was going to be the Heisman candidate, right? I got that note. It's media day, right?
There you go. You got the resume.
They got the resume. Okay, all right. We'll do this again.
There we go. Cameron Cox. Watch him on Fox 11 here at 10 o'clock. News 12 News up in Phoenix. Cameron, appreciate you.
DK, good to talk to you, my friend. Take care, buddy.
All right, Cameron Cox. Always great to have a chance to chat with him. He mentioned, obviously, that Larry Fitzgerald grew up in Minneapolis, Minnesota, was a ball boy for the Minnesota Vikings under Dennis Green, who later became his coach here in Arizona with the Cardinals. He thanked a lot of those guys that he grew up with, watching and working with as a ball boy. Chris Carter. But more importantly, he thanked Randy Moss.
Another player who changed my life was Randy Moss. People ask me all the time what I learned from Randy Moss, and my answer is always the same. I learned nothing. Because there was nothing I could do like him on the football field. They call him the freak for a reason. But what I did learn from Moss is about generosity. He gave me his clothes. He gave me a size 14 shoes. He came to my high school games. He let me use his car. And he even surprised me with the knock for the Hall of Fame. Randy, being acknowledged by you, someone bigger than life, it meant the world to me. And I'm so happy you're healthy, brother.
Great stuff. Larry's speech, and we may let you hear it. So he only went. I think they were they're holding them now to 10 minutes. And Larry was right on. I think his speech lasted right about 11 minutes. So we may play that for you in its entirety coming up a little bit later in the show. But it's one. I said before, I'll say it again. It's one of my favorite days of the year. It kicks off the new season. I love listening to all the speeches that the guys give and telling their football stories. There's nothing better, and seeing the Hall of Famers, all the Hall of Famers up on the stage, and it was again just another great weekend in Canton, Ohio. And I'll keep saying it: if you love football, you have got to take the pilgrimage. Take the pilgrimage for this weekend, the first weekend in August in Canton, Ohio. You will not regret it. DK on the Sports Tip, 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. Cricket is getting you home every 20 minutes on the 5. She's got your traffic and your weather.
From the Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic Center. With collisions, Alvernon south of I-10 and some southbound slowing. Sarita and Rancho Sarita Boulevard and Sarita Road. Backups westbound Ajo at Mission. Going to be pretty normal in the afternoons during school session. A severe thunderstorm warning until 5 this afternoon, 77 the low, 98 tomorrow, and 102 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio, 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Farm Safe 811.
Farm Safe 811 starts with you. Always call 811 and wait for any underground lines to be marked.
Always keep safety in the back of your mind. Just stay humble.
For more information, go to farmsafe811.org.
Did you hear what we're talking about?
Let's hope we don't wait another 4 years to pay attention to soccer.
What are you going to get your Columbus Crew kit there, DK?
That's the only team in Ohio, so I guess I got to rep the Crew.
DK on the Sports Tip, weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m.
This is a Westwood One Sports Minute.
Presented by Chumba Casino, your online place for plays, spins, and a chance to score must be 21 and over. Terms at ChumbaCasino.com. Washington Commanders head coach Dan Quinn announced today that left tackle Laramie Tunsil will need surgery on his tricep. Reports say that Tunsil could miss significant time and up to the entire season. Not great news for an offensive line in charge of keeping QB Jaden Daniels healthy. Daniels missed 10 games last season. I'm Adam Abdallah.
Onyx, I keep having stomach issues. Please make me a doctor's appointment.
Okay, are you suffering from diarrhea, bloating, gas, or oily stools? If so, you may want to ask your doctor if it could actually be a problem with your pancreas, called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI.
My pancreas? How is EPI treated?
A prescription medicine like Creon, pancrelipase, is used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes. Creon is the #1 prescribed treatment for EPI.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor, and always with food. Do not chew capsules, as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. You can learn more at 1-800-633-9110.
Before your appointment, visit creoninfo.com. That's CREON info.com.
Ugh. Constipation with belly pain back again? Huh? Who are you? I'm future you. Future me? Relax, our doctor figured it out. Your symptoms keep coming back because it's irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C, and Linzess could help you get ahead of it.
Linzess linaclotide is the #1 prescribed branded treatment for IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily prescription pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2 years old. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
This is a commercial with real words about Tobacco Barn, so let's get straight to the point. Tobacco Barn slices up to 40% off all your favorite tobacco products. You pay no city or state sales tax because they're on the reservation.
Are you kidding me right now?
A rare chance to tell the tax man no.
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 Plus, at TobaccoBarnTucson.com, there's a coupon that can save you up to another $3. So check out the website.
This is a great moment in internet history.
Anyway, back to the main point.
What's going on around here?
Tobacco Barn slices up to 40% off all your favorite tobacco products. You can keep your city and state sales tax away from the tax man.
Ooh, that one hurt.
And save another $3 with a coupon at TobaccoBarnTucson.com. Tobacco Barn, Nogales Highway, just south of Valencia. Check TobaccoBarnTucson.com.
Sean Furrier for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. It's August already, the month we shift our attention away from potholes and road construction and back to school traffic. And our shorter backpack-toting neighbors jumping from the corner bus stop through crosswalks and towards those big yellow buses. So eyes up, cell phones down, and stay alert. This month at Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, we're getting drivers like you ready with all kinds of specials to keep the wheels on your bus going round and round. Specials like free brake inspections and all the tire brands you trust at prices that beat the warehouse clubs and national chains. And Jack Furrier has the budget-friendly brands to Arizona-proof your daily commute and make your daily driving, stopping, starting, and swerving so much better. So make an appointment online, call ahead, or just stop by for savings all month long at any of our 14 award-winning locations. And let's remember to keep our eyes up, cell phones down, and get everyone where they need to go safely. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, since 1960, we're here to get you there.
Right now, somewhere in America, a student is training, a student is studying, a student is working when nobody is watching. Not for recognition, not for attention, but because excellence is a habit. The 2026 Patriot Games are searching for exceptional students ages 14 to 17. Students ready to compete, ready to lead, ready to show America what they're capable of. $250,000 scholarship prize pool. Applications are open now. Your story, your opportunity, your moment. Applications now open. Freedom250.org. America's next champion could be you.
Good evening, ma'am. We're the Goodfellas AC Rapid Response Team, here for the overnight install of your new AC unit.
Great. Come in. We're so excited for a sleepover.
Oh, well, we're actually putting you and your family up in a hotel for the night. We work while you sleep.
Oh.
Okay, who's ready for a movie night? Popcorn or s'mores?
You know, that sounds pretty good.
No, it doesn't.
Good service, good prices, Goodfellas. Providing overnight installs so you don't miss work or leisure time with your family. GoodfellasAC.com.
DK on the sports tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Baylor showing pressure. Fafita will hand it off. There goes Risano up the middle. Ken Risano into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Now, Arizona closes the door on that one. Right up the gut again. Risano untouched into the end zone. A cavernous hole. Arizona takes it over.
It's a hat trick today for Ken Risano.
Ishmael Mahdi might be back, but Kedrick Risano is the leader in that running back room right now, the senior out of New Caney, Texas, by way of Old Miss. Kedrick Risano expected to be the starter. This is going to be his third season at the University of Arizona. He's played in 22 games, had 84 carries last year for 396 yards, scored 9 touchdowns. I mean, he was that. If the Wildcats had the ball in the red zone, they were giving it to Kedrick Risano. Had a chance to catch up with Ked, who battled some injuries this spring, and I kind of asked him what he was dealing with and how he rehabbed to try to get ready for fall camp.
But honestly, it was just, that's what come with the game. Injuries come with the game. You work to rehab them to get them back better. So my main focus on the spring was making sure I learned to play. Like, I come in here in the indoor and I like every day that I couldn't practice, I walked through the plays every night, every single play, just because I didn't want to be left behind. When something like that happens. And then leadership. I wanted to become more of a vocal leader, and it's hard when you're not playing because guys have no idea like what to go off of. They just assume that you're a leader based off what everybody else say, So, trying to become a vocal leader and, saying it and nipping stuff in the bud as soon as it happened, I think that's probably the biggest improvement that I had over the spring.
So when you're walking through those plays, I mean, how many you say that you walk through every play? How many plays are there?
Shoot, I don't know. It's probably somewhere around like 50, 60. It probably take me around like an hour and a half, maybe. But I come in here and my girlfriend and my pups, man, and we'll come in here, no bull, and she'll yell out the plays, and I just sit there and I do them. Like, she'll call a play, and then like sometimes like based off what the play is, like it'll be abbreviated, so she won't know what it is, and she'll just say something random. I'm like, bro, I don't know. I'm like, I'm gonna just assume this is what you're talking about, and then I go line up to it and go run the play. So
some of those are you carrying the ball? Some of those are you're blocking, going down on routes.
No, sometimes like majority of the time I don't stay in block, but I make sure I have my eyes in the right spot. Like, okay, bam, if he come, whatever it is. But yeah, I keep my eyes in the right spot. And if I have a question about a play, like I'll mark it down, put a question mark by it, and I'll ask coach tomorrow. You know what I mean? So I'll just make sure going through the little things of the play, because I think those are the easiest things to forget. So yeah.
Coach Lyles obviously taking over that room, big change there. What have you liked about his teachings so far?
Honestly, I mean, I don't know what I like to say, but one thing that like I will say that I liked about his teaching is that like he'll cater to your learning style, you know what I mean? As long as you actually put in the work and, you know, time to learn it, you know what I mean? Not everybody will do that, but, you know, most guys have like, this way I teach, bam, even if you come see me extra, it's going to be the same thing. Like, I'm just going to drill it in your head till you get it. But, you know, Coach Lyle, like, he understands not everybody learns the same way. So, you know, I think that's probably been the greatest thing because, you know, it's easier that way, you know? And then he also, like, sometimes he'll get me up there and like he'll get the room to teach it because like the more you can teach it, the better you can understand it. So I think that's been probably one of the coolest things.
Chatting with Kedrick Reesano. Obviously, there's been a lot of talk about the potential of some guys returning because of the 5-for-5 rule. One of those guys could be Ishmael Made. How does that affect the room? I mean, you guys have kind of gone through the spring and earned some positioning, and now you got another guy that, I mean, obviously everybody loves, but might be coming into the mix to take some of those reps away.
I think we're all just excited, you know what I mean? Because like Izzy is a guy that like does add to the room no matter what like situation it is. Like, so I think in a way that the what can I say? I mean, I guess the room is just excited to see Izzy come back, you know what I mean? That's the best way I could put it.
What's so special about him?
Oh man, Izzy always gonna keep it honest with you. He great playmaker. What else can I think of? And he's super smart, super freaking smart. So I think, you know, adding those to a room with guys who haven't played as much, young guys, like, and you know, mind you, he was in the room with the young guys last year, but it's same situation. Like, everybody can learn from Ish, you know, same way that we can all learn from each other, you know what I mean? So I think it's just the more the merrier type thing.
He's still making you pay for the barbecue, though. He's not giving you any free barbecue.
Yeah, so I didn't even tell. So I went in there, went to go eat. I'm like, oh yeah, like, and so, you know, I was being nice. I'm like, bro, I got it. He's like, yeah, bet. I said, dang, you ain't gonna. He's like, nah, bro, come on, go ahead. I put my card out. He said, he put my hand, tapped it. I put my card back. I said, dang, bro, I thought we were. He's like, you good, bro? I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm good, bro.
Business is business.
Business is business, though. You know what they say, can't get high if you own supply, man. So that makes sense, though. You know, man, that's my boy. That's my boy still.
When you look at Wesley Yarbrough, I mean, we saw him last year, a very powerful young runner. What's the next step for him?
Oh, man. Wes's next step for Wes is being confident. Confident in everything that we have going on. Like, and I think, you know, the more reps and the more time that we have at it, the more confident he'll get, you know. And I think this spring was really impactful for him. You know, as far as just the thing we have in the running back room is know what you know what I mean? Like, so even if a quarterback is, you know, telling you move, like, unless it's one, then you don't move, you know what I mean? Like, because you got to know what you have and be confident in it, you know. So I think that's the biggest thing for, you know, the young guys.
What's the most impressive thing about Noah Fifita?
Oh, man. Honestly, I want to say it's I don't know how he be doing it sometimes, man. I really don't know. Like, you know, call a spade a spade. Noah's one of the shortest quarterbacks, you know, there is, right? But sometimes he could not see, but, like, he just, like, he knows where everything is at all times. Like, I remember one time, I'm walking this during spring, or maybe it was a walkthrough or something where we had, and I remember he threw a ball to Trey, and he was short on the step, right? But you know, he called it out, like he was like, "Hey, bro, you were short on your step," and I'm like, "Bro, how did you know that?" Like, based off the throw, like he was like, "Bro, like, you know, I mean, I rep it so many times, you know, how shouldn't I know that, you know?" Like, so I think that's pretty, you know, impressive, you know what I mean, that he knows where everything is at all times.
When you look at this offensive line, Rhino, Tristan, Matthew Lotto's obviously maybe going to get the first opportunity over on the left side. Where have you seen Lotto's most improvement?
Man, I think Lotto's grown in using his length to his advantage. You know what I mean? Lotto is super tall. He's, 6'6", 6'7", around that range. And, you know, like, so when he get his hands on you and you can't, you know, fight back, like, that's, you know, that's a big thing. So I think that's where he's grown the most in using his length to his advantage.
What's one thing about Kedrick Reesano that people don't know off the field?
I don't think anybody knows that I have a foundation yet. So I think that's pretty cool.
Tell us about it.
Oh man, my foundation. I haven't posted anything for it yet. I'm planning on posting for it soon. But Ked Cares, that's my foundation, and you know, my mission is being able to help underprivileged kids, because and eventually I want to go to be like to where I can sponsor kids, you know, go on visits or you know, start Little League football or whatever the case is, because back when I was young, that's how I started. You know, I wasn't originally gonna play football, but a coach came in and he sponsored me. You know, he was like, yeah, like, you know, he picked me up for every practice, every game. Like, we didn't have no car, so he was like, yeah, you know, we'll take him.
That's awesome. Great way to give back. Ked, best luck this season.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, that's Kedrick Risano. He should have known he wasn't getting no free barbecue over at Ishmael Mahdi's place.
No.
Bro's just opening up his business. He can't be giving everybody free food.
I mean, it's the Wild West, but it's not that wild.
No.
Like, I think people are still paying attention to whether or not you're getting free meals here and there. But, you know, you start out a new business, Dragon Ball.
Mm-hmm.
It's, you know, maybe a couple years in, you get your boys, you know, some ribs or whatnot. But you got to worry about those tills at the end of the night.
Right.
Yeah, let's not forget also, we're talking about barbecue. And that means that brisket did not get cooked over a stove for the last maybe 20 minutes. No, that got cooked over the
overnight,
last couple hours. We're talking maybe 12, 14 hours for decent brisket if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, and beef prices lately haven't exactly been
No.
low.
So, no, he's going to go ahead and I'm surprised it was just he grabbed his hand to tap. I'm surprised he didn't reach into Kedrick's pocket, take his wallet, and then tap for him, and then give him his card back. But guess what? We're not doing meal plans here. This isn't a meal plan worthy product. You got to actually pay for this one.
How about the girlfriend calling out the plays? He basically said he was walking through all the plays because he couldn't practice in the spring because he was hurt. So he would go in there and his girlfriend would call out the play and he would line up and walk right through it.
There you go.
Hey, gotta have a good wingman or wingwoman, I should say, for sure. And sounds like Kedrick's got that in his fine young lady. All right, DK on the sports tip. 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. You can call us at that number. You can text us at that number. Coming up in the 5 o'clock hour, much more. We'll let you hear Larry Fitzgerald's speech at the Hall of Fame. We'll get you that, as well as it was not a good end to the road trip for the Mercury. I think we can safely say it's over.
It wasn't a good beginning, middle, or end to the road trip.
Well, it was the beginning started well. They won the first game.
Then they lost in last four, right? So, yeah.
It's not been good since they got that first win with Kelsey Plum. All right, all that coming up. Dragon Ball's got sports here in Southern Arizona, sports around the world.
Well, the Arizona women's non-conference schedule just got fully announced as they have hammered that completely. They'll have some home and road games.
Are they leaving Tucson in the first month?
They have a few road games to start off the year. And not only at neutral sites, but also at other teams' stadiums. So a couple of the key things to remember is that they're going to take on 3 former Pac-12 rivals, one being in UCLA and Stanford, as we've mentioned to you in the past, but they also will get to take on Oregon State on November the 15th. Other games to take note of outside the Big 12, New Mexico State will be against November 19th, and they'll host Sacramento State on November the 29th. The non-conference slate ends in December with back-to-back home games, the first one being against NAU on the 13th of December, and the final game against Oakland on the 16th. And following the Hall of Fame game, the Cardinals now turn their focus to the next preseason game as they have an extra in their slate due to the Hall of Fame game. And they have a strong showing from the backups and rookies, including quarterback Carson Beck against the Panthers. But despite the good performance, head coach Mike LaFleur says the team is not any further along in their prep for the regular season despite having that extra game.
I don't feel like we're ahead. I feel like we're going into, that next practice. So, we got to start early, but, I don't feel like we're ahead at all.
Coach, what do you think impact your likelihood of using the first teamers in the preseason, or is it the same as before?
I don't know if I wouldn't say that it impacted because regardless if they're going to play or not this week, it would have been the same amount of time, right? We just would have we wouldn't have had that preseason game in Canton. So I don't think that was going to play into the decision. Obviously, like I've said to you guys before, I've done it, two different extreme ways, and both have worked. So we got to figure out what works for us.
And again, the Cardinals will have their next game in the preseason against the Raiders in Las Vegas on Thursday this week. And former American League batting champion Tim Anderson has just announced that he will be retiring from baseball. After 10 years in the big leagues, the shortstop played his first 8 seasons with the Chicago White Sox, but could not overcome recent injuries to his lower hand after having injuries.
Getting knocked out by Jose Ramirez.
Well, that was the last real moment people remember him as a White Sox, but the last couple of years he's had some bad issues with injuries, one being a left hand band tear in 2022 and a left MCL sprain in 2023. That made him it said that he's responded by saying, quote, "It was too painful to complete the full season grind." The White Sox intend to honor Anderson in a pregame ceremony on September the 17th. I'm Dragon Ball with your 2020 Sports Update on Wildcats Radio 1290.
Download our app. It slaps. Nobody covers Southern Arizona sports like we do. Don't miss out on any of the highlights, stories, and analysis. The flagship home for Arizona Wildcats athletics, Wildcats Radio 1290.
From the Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic Center. Collisions reported Avra Valley and Sanders and Avra Valley Road, Sarita Road, and Rancho Sarita Boulevard. Some slowing on Alvernon at Grant. Roadwork at the intersection down to 1 lane each direction. No left turns permitted at Grant and Alvernon, and that roadwork does continue on Grant east of Country Club to Swan. You could use FEMA instead. And I'm Cricket, and your weather. There is a severe thunderstorm warning until 5, 77 low, 98 tomorrow, and a 101 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Experience the new $3 Pepper Jack Steak Burrito in Melty or Fresca. Now one of 10 items for $3 or less on the new Lux Value Menu. Limited time at participating stores while supplies last. Prices vary, tax extra.
Snakes, zombies, public speaking. The list of fears is endless. But the real danger is in your hand when you're behind the wheel. Distracted driving is what's really scary and even deadly. Eyes forward, don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Progressive presents perfectly bad excuses for missing stuff to spend more time on your motorcycle.
Hey, Suze, can't make it to your party. Gotta defrost some chicken. There's tenders, boneless thighs. Gotta keep an eye on it.
Now that was a bad excuse. If you love your vehicle this much, get customized coverage from Progressive, America's #1 motorcycle insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in D.C.
Flag football isn't about who you are. It's who you become. Finding your team and your competition. To be the disruptor. Make the catch. Own the moment. To be the hustle. Pull flags like you mean it. Ha! Cut. Spin. Take off. Go. Be the future. Shape the game, create the play, make it yours. In a sport growing faster than you can believe, be the story. NFL Flag. Find a league today at nflflag.com.
Onyx, I keep having stomach issues. Please make me a doctor's appointment.
Okay, are you suffering from diarrhea, bloating, gas, or oily stools? If so, you may want to ask your doctor if it could actually be a problem with your pancreas, called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI.
My pancreas? How is EPI treated?
A prescription medicine like Creon, pancrelipase, is used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes. Creon is the #1 prescribed treatment for EPI.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor, and always with food. Do not chew capsules, as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. You can learn more at 1-800-633-9110.
Before your appointment, visit creoninfo.com. That's CREON info.com.
Right now, somewhere in America, a student is training, a student is studying, a student is working when nobody is watching. Not for recognition, not for attention, but because excellence is a habit. The 2026 Patriot Games are searching for exceptional students ages 14 to 17. Students ready to compete, ready to lead, ready to show America what they're capable of. $250,000 scholarship prize pool. Applications are open now. Your story, your opportunity, your moment. Applications now open. Freedom250.org. Network, America's next champion, could be you.
In this market, you're either a follower or a leader. While followers settle for the average, Cumulus Digital gives leaders the edge, beating industry averages by 25%. Go to cumulusdigital.com, fill out the form, and take the lead.
Nobody covers your cats like we do.
Spivey in the open, touchdown, Arizona.
The biggest improvement to the passing game, the timing that Noah has got with his receivers.
He's progressing at a great pace. It's not just one guy that's getting all the passes. If you want to lock down, who you lock down? You definitely want to make sure that Spivey doesn't touch the ball because all he does is touch it and run into the end zone. It's just amazing how he's connecting with all these receivers.
We are Wildcats Radio 1290.
Hi, you know me, Scott Lehman from ScottSaysYes.com. Check out this month's Wildcats Radio 1290 Community Calendar powered by Premier Auto Center.
Visit the Wildcats Radio 1290 Community Calendar at wildcatsradio1290.com to find out what community events are coming up in the Tucson area. You can also find Wildcats Radio 1290 events, upcoming sporting events, and more. Get the details and get involved with our community at wildcatsradio1290.com.
Go to ScottSaysYes.com today.
KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus Media station. The Wildcats Radio 1290 studios are brought to you by ICCU at ICCU.com. We are your home for Arizona athletics. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
DK on the sports tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. You can call us at that number. You can text us at that number. Last week, one of the best running backs, if not the best running back, to ever come out of Tucson, got a huge contract from the Atlanta Falcons. Bijan Robinson. Most money ever to be paid to a running back. Bijan last week got paid by the Falcons as he enters season number 4 in the National Football League. We have finally heard from Bijan Robinson, who was holding in. That's the new term now, holding in, meaning he was at camp and he was not going through any drills until the contract was signed, sealed, and delivered. Base value of $66.75 million, will average $22.25 million annually and includes $51 million in guaranteed money. It's a 3-year extension for Bijan Robinson, put together by his agent, Nicole Lynn, after a fabulous year last year in which he ran for 1,478 yards and 7 touchdowns, earning his first team All-Pro honor. And like I've said before, 3 of those, if you can get that 2 more times, he'll likely have we'll likely be celebrating him in about 10, 15 years in Canton, Ohio.
We mentioned the other day when this news broke, Dragon Ball, that that guaranteed portion of that extension is more than Barry Sanders made in his whole career.
Yep.
Yep, $51 million.
The money for contracts nowadays is always going to be that amazing level of, did you know this is going to have more than what this legend made over the course of their career? Then that's just the way the money works. That's the way the TV deals work. And Bijan is worth it. Don't get me wrong. I'm just very much interested in seeing, we're getting to a point with his career in Atlanta. Is there going to be a guy that's going to be able to take the attention off of him when the team is going to have 8 in the box preparing for whatever it is that he's going to have in the running game? Because we still don't really know who the starting quarterback is going to be in Atlanta between Tua and Michael Penix when he comes back from being healthy. So I'm happy for him, and I'm glad he's got the money now, because running backs in the NFL, you have no idea how much that money's going to take you.
Exactly. Let's hear from Bijan, who thanked the Falcons organization for bestowing him with this large extension?
One, I just want to say thank you to, Mr. Blank, Matt, Ian, just Coach Stefanski, like literally everybody that has been a part of this journey. And I know like Ian and Coach Stefanski's new to the program, but for them to still like believe in me without even drafting me or being here, it's pretty special. And to see like they can trust me and all that I can do on the field, but then off the field and always represent this program at the highest standard, like it's definitely cool to be a part of it and to continue to be a guy where I could be a leader to this team and still lead this team outside of this building as well.
Bijan would go on to talk about his rookie season, how tough that was, and how he dealt with that, and how that really kind of set the tone for the next 2 years that led to this contract extension.
For me, like I knew what I was walking into, like a little bit. I knew why they drafted me here. I knew to become a player that is effective in the pass game, the run game, because we had Tyler. And don't get me wrong, like Tyler had a 1,000-yard season as a rookie, and so they had the plan. And what helped me out a lot was, as soon as I got here, they were like, you got to learn the whole offense. You got to learn the X, the Z, the F.
Wow.
And because the F travels at all those places, and for me, like, that's where I had to really like lock in. And that summer it was tough for me. Like I'm not gonna sit here and say it wasn't. Like it was tough. I was in that dorm, just studying. Just like I was in the hotel that we go to when we first get here, just studying, walking through on my own time with Coach Petrie. Like because we knew that when I did get it and when I did understand it, then it was gonna be great. It was gonna be great. But it's just that time, like. That's why I tell the rookies coming in, you got to embrace it. You got to embrace it. Embrace everything that's coming to you because, one, it's a blessing, but two, it's all for a reason. Like, it's all for a reason. And it was hard for me, but now today that I look back at it, I would never change it for the world.
And Bijan got a few calls after his extension news was announced. Any that surprised him?
I think just my high school coach, my high school head coach, Coach Benet. Like, it was cool to see his message and just to see like all that we've been through. He's a father figure for me. Obviously, it's my grandpa, but then he was the guy that was always making sure I was good on and off the field. And he gave me an opportunity to go to just a really great school in Tucson, South Point Catholic, and for me to be there and to learn from him and for him to teach me and to trust me. To carry the load for our team was pretty special. So I think he was definitely, the guy where I was like, man, that was pretty cool.
Awesome to hear him shouting out Coach Benet right there. We all know how much Dennis has had an impact on Bijan, and the love there is mutual for sure. Mm-hmm. And that is so cool to hear him shout out.
Yeah,
Dennis
I mean,
Benet.
and we hear the captain Kelvin Ifon and your partner in crime Glenn Howell talking a lot about how much work and effort they put over the last 2-3 decades into the community in Tucson, and how seeing representation, like seeing a guy like Bijan signing the biggest running back contract in NFL history and thinking, hey, my neighborhood I grew up in isn't far from where Bijan grew up. And that's so huge just to be able to have that person to look up to and see, and maybe, as a person you can shoot for Dragon Ball, I want to be where Bijan is one day.
Get the opportunity to say that I grew up here and it's just down the street from where Bijan was. It's just a matter of, it's not where you start, it's what effort you put in to get to that. And like you said, it's representation. Having somebody there, whether it be from just the neighborhood or saying somebody from South Point Catholic, they managed to get all the way to here, and they got to go to the University of Texas. They've been a first-round draft pick. Now they're the most expensive running back in the NFL today. Needless to say, Bijan has had a lot of success, and it's good to see that his hard work is really paying off here.
You think, DK, the coach asked for some more padding for the bleachers? Or
maybe some
well, he's not the coach there anymore, so I don't know if he's
Still
trying to
reps
get
this-
South Point any money. But
Sure.
I think he's helping out over. I don't know if he was helping out over at Saguaro for a little while. I don't know. Maybe he might try to get Bijan to put some money in over there for Al Alexander's program. But I don't know if he's. I'm sure wherever he decides to put his money, everybody's going to be generously thankful that they were able to get some of that.
When I saw this cut that says Bijan's biggest surprise on who reached out, I thought one cousin and another cousin and another cousin and an uncle and another cousin, and I got another cousin who reached out.
Yeah, he kind of mentioned that it's like, the phone was ringing so much I had to turn it off. That way I wouldn't have to be overwhelmed by it. So it's good that he at least got his coach's call or message before he turned it off.
So a couple things real quick. We do Friday, we had a sweet deal over at Jimmy's Pita and Poke. We still have a few of those remaining. So if you did not get one of those $50 gift certificates, just $25 for Jimmy's Pita and Poke, head on over to our website, wildcatsradio1290.com, and click on in fact, I'll do this right now so I can tell you exactly how to do it. If you go up to at the top of the page, there's a link up there that says Sweet Deals. Click on that link right there, and the first thing that'll come up will be the latest Sweet Deals we've had, what's still available. Looks like there's still a few. We had a couple weeks ago, we had Gray's Craze. There's still a few of those left. If you want to get a charcuterie, one of the world's most famous charcuterie boards. And there are still some left for Jimmy's Pita and Poke, and also Jumping Choya. We had Jumping Choya a few weeks ago. There's still a few left for Jumping Choya as well. So head on over to our website, wildcatsradio1290.com. Click on Sweet Deals at the top of the page, and you can see what we still have available in terms of all those opportunities that I give to you to have fun here in Southern Arizona. See, like cricket tells you what's happening, and then I give you the chance to go do it with a cool monetary deal every so often.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Are you ready for Veronica?
Sure.
Don't sound so excited about it. Okay, so here we go. This is Veronica. This is my wife's newest thing. I guess it's a lot of people's newest thing. So Veronica is the customer service agent that we all want to be in life.
Hi, Veronica. Come on in. Have a seat. Okay, thank you. So as you can see, your manager's here, and they're basically just here so she can provide an account of what she believes happened. It looks like you filed some paperwork incorrectly. There was a list and you went from the bottom up instead of from the top down, and that is the incorrect way to do it. So we are going to have to write you up. Is there anything that you want to say about that? Oh, yeah. She told me to do it from the bottom up. What? No, I did not say that, Veronica. Don't say that I said that, because I did not say that. Are you sure you want to stick to that story? It's not a story. I'm sticking to it because it's the truth. I did not tell you to start from the bottom up. Why would I do that? Okay, so there's no way to prove that she told you. As a matter of fact, Maria, there is a way to prove it. I have a recording of her telling me to do it because I had a feeling that she was going to pull something like this. No, that's illegal. You can't play a recording. I didn't consent to that. We're not on Law and Order, and I'm not presenting this to a judge as Exhibit A. I'm presenting this to Maria to show her that you're a liar, because you have a tendency to tell people one thing and then say that you didn't say that and cover your ass. So sorry. Nope, I recorded you because I knew you were going to do something like this. Veronica, so I know that Maria prefers for you to work that list from the top down, but I think we're just going to do it from the bottom up. I don't see the reason. I don't see the point of doing it from the top down. And there's a couple more people, that we want to look out for starting at the bottom because of their last name. So just go ahead and do it from the bottom, okay? Veronica, you're excused. I need to speak with Janet. Thank you, Maria. I'm going home. You can't leave for the day. You have work to finish. With the shit you just pulled, you better be lucky that all I'm doing is going home for the day and not reporting you to HR for a hostile work environment.
Okay, I'm turning it off now.
Yeah.
That is Veronica, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
She is the customer service employee
It's a
that
lot of-
everybody wants to have.
Mike Judge in there.
Yeah, it's very Dilbert.
No, Mike Judge, who's the one who wrote Office Space.
Yeah, right.
It's literally,
little Office Space. I hear a little bit of Dilbert in there in regards to the HR drama, but yeah.
What'd you think, Cricket, of Veronica? You want to go down the Veronica rabbit hole now?
No.
There are like hundreds of these videos. Hundreds.
We used to have HR in this building, Cricket. Remember those days?
We did.
We did.
We did.
It was great. They're all great people.
I still joke and say, please don't tell Vicky I said that.
Right.
Please don't tell Vicky I did that.
Tell Vicky I said that.
So who was living in the van?
Yeah, exactly. Remember
Yeah,
that?
that
Who was
whole
living in
thing.
the van?
Oh my gosh. I don't know why they weren't living in the RV. There's an RV or a van. You live in the RV, right? I don't know.
All right, so yeah, there you go. Get hooked on Veronica. You'll lose. It's much more interesting than going down the regular Instagram rabbit hole of looking at other people's pictures.
I don't know. I like learning about recipes and like new ways to make like lemon cake or something. That's
I haven't
my
been on
preferred.
Instagram or Facebook in 15 years.
And you're not missing much.
I know. That's why I haven't been on there in 15 years.
All right, so we've got to. It's time for Pick It with Cricket. We have to review. So we had cricket and soccer. I got to find the soccer. See, I was so busy with Veronica. So we go back to last Thursday, right? Because you were off on Friday, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you were off on Friday. So we had last Thursday. We had Colorado, if I'm not mistaken. Was it Colorado or North Carolina?
North Carolina.
I'm sorry, that was last Wednesday. And you picked who?
North Carolina.
You picked
Courage.
North Carolina. Courage. You picked North Carolina, and that is
winner.
Correct. Okay, and then we had the game last night, or Thursday night. So Thursday night was the game between Arizona and UC Irvine, and you picked Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
It was a draw, so I can't. There's no right. So I'm going to play both of them.
Okay. Yay, win, lose.
Because it was a
lose.
draw.
There
Yeah.
wasn't an option, by
It
the
was-
way.
yeah, that drawing is not. I guess I have to come up with something for a draw if it's a tie, because this could happen from time to time,
Especially for
it could be a
soccer.
tie.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so there you go. So the one win and one draw for cricket. All right, so now we got to come up with tonight. I'm so far behind here. All right, for tonight.
Pick it with Cricket.
Yes.
Come on, Cricket. It's time to pick it.
All right, cricket.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do Major League Baseball tonight.
Okay.
Yeah. When's the last time you watched a game?
Oh, I don't know.
15 years ago.
Just as long as J-Dub hasn't been on social media.
Social media.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say social media. I said Facebook
Or
and
Instagram.
Instagram.
Okay, fair enough. Are you on TikTok?
Hell no.
No.
So
All
what
right.
do we got?
Boston, Toronto.
I picked Boston.
Boston. They are one of the hottest teams, if not the hottest team, in Major League Baseball.
And you did pick them right when you said that the winning streak was going to end, if I recall correctly. So you owe Boston a win. with these
I owe
picks.
them something.
You owe them something.
Mhm.
So there we go. Boston is the play. We'll see. They're playing Toronto tonight. We'll see if they can win that game and make you a winner tomorrow.
Woot.
All right. You are dismissed to do the traffic and go watch Veronica videos.
Okay, fair enough. We've got our working reported collisions. Orange Grove and Thornydale. Thornydale and Orange Grove and a wreck. Avra Valley Road and Sanders Road and backups westbound Ajo at Mission. A severe thunderstorm warning until 5:45, 77 the low, 98 tomorrow, and 100 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio, 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Albertsons and Safeway.
This week with digital coupons at Safeway and Albertsons, all natural pork loin back ribs, spare ribs, or St. Louis style ribs, bone in, sold whole in the bag, are $2.77 per pound, first 2 packages. Plus Honeycrisp apples are 97 cents per pound, first 5 pounds.
Nobody covers your cats like we do.
Drops back, feeling some pressure, and Trey Smith is there. He's a bona fide leader. If I can get 3 or 4 of Trey Smith every year, this thing here is gonna be through the roof.
We are Wildcats Radio, 1290.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Westwood One presents Today in Women's Sports. The Indiana Fever sit in 4th place of the WNBA standings with a 20-12 record, and their superstar guards, Kelsey Mitchell and Caitlin Clark, are 2 of the league's top scorers. The pair combined for 53 points in their squad's 90-86 road win over the Chicago Sky on Saturday. Mitchell set a new WNBA single-season record with her 16th straight game of 20-plus points. The dazzling backcourt duo is powering the league's highest-scoring offense.
We take our bond serious. Me and C, we like to think that, our backcourt it comes from love, for one, and I think that I want to share it be great and vice versa. And so a lot of it's just love and energy, honestly.
Clark received her 8th technical foul of the season on Saturday. That would have resulted in a 1-game suspension, but the WNBA has since rescinded that call. She'll be available for the Fever's home game tomorrow against the New York Liberty. With Today in Women's Sports, I'm Jody Jackson on Westwood.
On the battlefield, there's a saying America's military men and women live by. Never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Off the battlefield, Wounded Warrior Project operates with the same goal. Wounded Warrior Project was created to help our men and women returning home with the scars of war, whether those scars are physical or mental. Wounded Warrior Project. We never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Learn more about what we do at woundedwarriorproject.org.
There he is, Mr. Big Time Capital One Bank guy.
Mom, please.
Well, look at this Capital One Cafe. I just might move in.
Or just drop by. Capital One cafes are open 7 days a week.
I could put my spoon collection right here by the ATM, yes.
Wow, you weren't kidding, Mom.
I never kid about the spoon collection, son. Oh, hey, what's that thing you always say?
There's no fees or minimums on Capital One checking accounts.
No, the other one.
What's in your wallet?
Oh, that's my boy.
Terms apply. Visit CapitalOne.com/bank guide for details. Capital One and a member FDIC.
It's DK on the sports tip. Did you hear what we were talking about? An American male has not won a Grand Slam tennis tournament in 22 years. One question I want to ask about this, though, I just wonder if the phenomenon that was Tiger Woods siphoned off a lot of American kids from playing tennis and had them picking up golf clubs instead. DK on the sports tip, Monday through Fridays at 3, right here on Wildcats Radio, 1290.
Ugh. Constipation with belly pain back again?
Huh? Who are you?
I'm future you.
Future me.
Relax, our doctor figured it out. Your symptoms keep coming back because it's irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C, and Linzess could help you get ahead of it.
Linzess linaclotide is the #1 prescribed branded treatment for IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily prescription pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2 years old. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. and happy 50th.
Right now, somewhere in America, a student is training, a student is studying, a student is working when nobody is watching. Not for recognition, not for attention, but because excellence is a habit. The 2026 Patriot Games are searching for exceptional students ages 14 to 17. Students ready to compete, ready to lead, ready to show America what they're capable of. $250,000 scholarship prize pool. Applications are open now. Your story, your opportunity, your moment. Applications now open. Freedom250.org. America's next champion could be you.
The target, 422 Maple Drive. No tripped alarms, no broken windows. While you were sleeping, they made off with $50,000 in equity, and they didn't even use a getaway car.
Nate here, owner of Blue Sky Pest Control. Don't let termites turn your equity into sawdust. We stop the heist before the damage is done. Call 520-201-2000 for your free termite inspection. Hello, Blue Sky. Goodbye, termites.
Good evening, ma'am. We're the Goodfellas AC Rapid Response Team, here for the overnight install of your new AC unit.
Great. Come in. We're so excited for a sleepover.
Oh, well, we're actually putting you and your family up in a hotel for the night. We work while you sleep.
Oh.
Okay, who's ready for a movie night? Popcorn or s'mores?
You know, that sounds pretty good.
No, it doesn't.
Good service, good prices, Goodfellas. Providing overnight installs so you don't miss work or leisure time with your family. GoodfellasAC.com.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
520-848-1290. Larry Legend inducted, enshrined into the Hall of Fame, Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio on Saturday. Let's hear Larry Fitzgerald's acceptance speech.
Very proud of you, son. I'm very proud of you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm proud of you, son. And I hope I'm giving you and your brothers the tools to live the lives you guys want to live. That's something that's very important to me. I want to thank the Hall of Fame voters for this tremendous honor. It's a privilege to be here and share this stage with four men I truly respect. Between us, we've got catches, passes, tackles, kicks, and rushes all covered. To my brothers, Drew, Luke, Adam, and Roger, congratulations. Thank you. All my life, I've been lucky enough to be surrounded by people and great institutions that have surrounded me and nurtured me and inspired me to pursue excellence. Martin Luther King Park in Minneapolis, Minnesota is where it all started for me. I had my first touchdown, my first home run, first dunk, first fight. I even had my first kiss, and I almost drowned in the pool there one time. At the Academy of Holy Angels High School, I had the best teachers, faculty, and coaches led by Mike Pendino and Ray Benton and the rest of their staff, as well as a community that supported me every single step of the way. Then, Valley Forge Military Academy, reinforced rigor, accountability, and punctuality. Head coach Mike Musella used to kick me in the butt and taught me that I could endure much more than I ever thought. Then I got to go to the University of Pittsburgh and the city of Pittsburgh. It gave me two of the best years of my entire life, and it was filled with incredible accomplishments. I was excelling athletically, but I was also in the depths of my emotions, having lost both a parent and a teammate just 2 months apart. The love and support I was surrounded by at that time from Coach Walt Harris and his staff is something that I'll never forget. That's the foundation I brought to Arizona, where I was welcomed by the Bidwell family, who've owned the Cardinals for 93 years. Bill, Nancy, along with children, Bill Jr., Michael, Nicole, and Tim, thank you. I remember Mr. B. He would take me around the city so I could go see different organizations that he and his family and Cardinals Charities supported. He never wanted notoriety, even praise for those things, and I always respected that about Mr. B. Then when Michael Bidwell took over, he kept giving me the canvas to paint my version of a masterpiece. So Michael, thank you. Thank you so very much for your friendship, for your tutelage, and always being so good to my family. Thank you, my friend. And I also want to give you a big shout out for letting me, Pat P, Carson, and the rest of the boys use the planes on the golf trips. So thank you for that too. Yeah. I just want to show a little love to my Cardinal fans here in attendance today. And to the Cardinal fans back home in Arizona, you guys supported us on and off the field over the years. You showed up at home games, you showed up at away games, through wins and losses. It's been 22 years and counting, Arizona, and I'll spend the rest of my life trying to replenish the well of goodwill I have been lucky enough to drink from. As all of you know, this journey is never about one person. It's always about the people who show up for us, and there are two people who came into my life through my father's influence. First was the late Coach Dennis Green. Coach Green saw something in me at 14 years old, and he gave me my first job as a ball boy for the Minnesota Vikings. And boy, he used to get on me, Fitz, get that ball on the right hash. I would always mess up the spot in the ball on 7-on-7 and team drill. But 7 years later, he forgave all of that when he became head coach of the Arizona Cardinals, and I became his first pick in Arizona. Trust me, the Cardinals, we had more personnel needs than wide receiver. We already had my boy Anquan Boldin. He was a 2003 Rookie of the Year. He was balling. But Coach Green and General Manager Rod Graves trusted what I had to offer and picked me anyway. And it unequivocally changed the course of my life from that point on. Second, when it was time to pick an agent, my dad believed the late Eugene Parker was the right man to shape me into the person and player that I needed to be. For years, Mr. Parker taught me, he guided me, he stood next to me the exact same way he did for his other 9 Pro Football Hall of Famers. Along with Eugene, I got a bonus mentor and his associate, Paul Lawrence. Paul, I'm sure gonna miss our one-on-one basketball games, and not just because I beat you every single time. Another person who made all the difference in my life is Ann Vitala, my consigliere. And you never steered me wrong, never. When Coach Green hired me as a ball boy, I grew up watching legends being built right in front of me. Hall of Famers like John Randall, Chris Dolman, Randall McDaniel, and Warren Moon taught me what it meant to demand more of yourself than anyone ever else could. Plus, they saw me at 8 in the morning before training camp practice. It was, what's up, Fitzy? Hey, Fitz, go grab me 2 wristbands real quick. I was being acknowledged by the greats. And if I wanted to ask a question at the right time, they'd answer me. Without that experience, I'm not here. So let me thank Chris Carter, AKA Uncle Chris, who I idolized as a kid growing up in Minneapolis. Thank you. Uncle Chris, you took me into your family, into your home, and you gave me an education that shaped every part of who I am today. Your support was endless, and I hope that today feels like a small return on your investment. Thank you. And Uncle Chris, since we got all them pleasantries out the way, I hope we both can agree. My hands have always been better than yours, right? All right. Another player who changed my life was Randy Moss. People ask me all the time what I learned from Randy Moss, and my answer is always the same: I learned nothing. Because there was nothing I could do like him on the football field. They call him the freak for a reason. But what I did learn from Moss is about generosity. He gave me his clothes. He gave me his size 14 shoes. He came to my high school games. He let me use his car. And he even surprised me with the knock for the Hall of Fame. Randy, being acknowledged by you, someone bigger than life, it meant the world to me. And I'm so happy you're healthy, brother. One of my closest friends to this day, who I also met as a 14-year-old on those fields in Mankato, Minnesota, is my guy, Matthew Hatchett. Hatch, thank you for taking the time in the midst of your NFL career to stay after me after practice and help me sharpen my own skills. I'm grateful for the role you play in my life, and I'm grateful for what you do for my kids as well. I also want to thank 2 players that I was fortunate enough to be teammates with my first 2 years in the league. They showed me the roadmap to success. The first, Emmitt Smith. At 20 years old, I walked into that Cardinals locker room, and the all-time leading rusher made himself available to me. I could talk to him. I could confide in him. I could rely on him. The only thing I couldn't do was beat him and wrestle in the locker room. Man, he was old when I got there, too. He was so old, man. That joker's strong, man. He's strong. Oh, man. But, Emmitt, I admire how you always knew everybody's name in the building and how you always practiced with competitive integrity, even in your last season. Thank you for being such a great example for me. Kurt Warner is my other teammate I want to thank. He came to the Cardinals when I was 21, and he shaped me by the example that he set through his faith, through his service to the community, as a teammate, a husband, and a father, and also his weird, insatiable love for spaghetti. Kurt, when you demanded that I elevate my preparation, consistency, and accountability, you dragged me into the life's winner's circle. The timing couldn't have been better for a young, impressionable kid, and I continue to aspire to be the kind of man that you are.
That was Larry Fitzgerald on the steps of the Hall of Fame in Canton over the weekend. If you didn't get a chance to see that speech, we'll have that up on our Twitter page. We'll retweet that for you at Wildcats 1290. You can watch the whole thing, and hear Larry talk about his family, his boys, all of that. Great speech by Larry.
Infinite people you could thank, right?
Infinite people. And that speech could go on for 20 minutes. Although I thought it was interesting he chose to thank Emmitt Smith when I know a lot of Cardinal fans would choose not to.
Yeah. But it's like, you don't get
that's
there.
What we talked about. Like, you get a Hall of Famer at the end of his career. What are you getting? How's that work exactly?
You get a Hall of Famer with a lot of mileage and a lot of money to just kind of be there to sell tickets for good old Buddy Ryan.
A lot of experience to pass on to the younger players, too.
Yeah. DK on the Sports Tip, 520-848-1290. We got your Panthers report. Panther Talk coming up for you at 6:05 as well. Cricket is getting you home every 20 minutes on the fives with traffic and weather.
From the Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic Center. With collisions reported Speedway and Main Avenue and Speedway Boulevard and westbound slowing. Orange Grove and Thornydale and Orange Grove, and a crash that occurred at Avra Valley and Sanders Road and Avra Valley Road. Backups on westbound Ajo at Mission. There's a severe thunderstorm warning until 5:45, 77 the low, 98 tomorrow, and 100 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by RockAuto.com.
Oh, Ben Tyrod, what are you going to do?
I'm way ahead of you. I'll be on RockAuto.com before you can even finish this commercial.
He's right. RockAuto.com. Parts when you need them.
Hey, it's David Kelly, DK on the Sports Tip. Don't forget to download the Wildcats Radio 1290 app. It slaps. We've got full coverage of the Wildcats, the Suns, the Cardinals, the Diamondbacks, Pima College. Download the Wildcats Radio 1290 app today.
This is a Westwood One Sports Minute.
Braves pitcher Chris Sale committed a questionable balk on Saturday that resulted in him giving up the lead to the Yankees and the Braves, ultimately losing the game. But Sale wasn't ejected for arguing the call until the next day when he was seen yelling at the umps as they made their way to home plate to start yesterday's game. Sale was immediately tossed from the dugout for arguing the previous night's call. It was Chris Sale's fourth career ejection. I'm Adam Abdallah.
Baseball season is in full swing, and there's no better place to be than Kalshi, America's #1 prediction market platform. Last week, Boston was trading at 9% to win it all, meaning a $100 trade pays out $1,052 with a win. On Kalshi, you're trading against peers in a live market. As the probability changes, you can buy in and out of your position. Download the Kalshi app and use code UPDATE to get up to $500 in bonus credits when you trade $25. Kalshi, trade on anything. 18 plus only, must be present in state where it is legal to trade. Event contract trading involves risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Prices, values, and available markets may differ from those mentioned. Bonus credits do not expire. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. For more information, see Kalshi.com/regulatory.
Pump up the volume. Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/groundadvantage to learn more.
The best time to recommit to your gut health goals? Right now. Take charge of your gut with Nature Made. Our clinically studied ingredients support digestive health. Digestive enzymes break down nutrients. Probiotic and prebiotic fiber nourish good gut bacteria. And super greens with probiotics empower daily digestive health. Try the full lineup of gut health support from Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Progressive knows you want to get away, but not like too away. You crave the unknown, but also charcuterie boards with 4 types of cheese. And that's exactly why you bought an RV and bundled it with Progressive, because 24/7 protection is one luxury you'll never have to give up. So go ahead, explore the wilderness, all from the comfort of your zero-gravity camp chair. Switch to Progressive and protect your RV, boat, or motorcycle by bundling with your home or auto insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Now is a perfect time to start on your next success. Get your application fee waived when you apply to University of Maryland Global Campus by September 1st. Put your goals within reach. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
American Red Cross inventories of the most needed blood types, including Type O, are days away from crisis levels. Donors are needed immediately to ensure hospitals have the blood they need for patients whose lives depend on transfusions. You can help ensure accident victims, patients fighting cancer, those with chronic blood disorders, and others across the country receive life-saving medical treatments. Make an appointment today to donate. Use the Blood Donor app, visit redcrossblood.org, or call 1-800-RED-CROSS to schedule your donation.
Hi, this is Natalie Fernandez at Meridian Wealth Management, and one of the hardest things I witness is when someone passes and they hadn't updated their beneficiaries properly beforehand. We all experience change in our lives, marriage, divorce, kids, and we work very hard for what we have. Leaving your legacy exactly the way you desire is important. This is your reminder to review all of your beneficiary designations today and at least annually. Seek guidance if you need it. Call our office at 520-719-1433 for more information.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
Hi, you know me, Scott Lehman from ScottSaysYes.com. Check out this month's Wildcats Radio 1290 Community Calendar powered by Premier Auto Center.
Visit the Wildcats Radio 1290 Community Calendar at wildcatsradio1290.com to find out what community events are coming up in the Tucson area. You can also find Wildcats Radio 1290 events, upcoming sporting events, and more. Get the details and get involved with our community at wildcatsradio1290.com.
Go to ScottSaysYes.com today.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Don't forget, all season long, you will hear the voice of Anish Shroff here on Wildcats Radio 1290 as he calls games for the Carolina Panthers.
To the right, waist-high snap, Tua under pressure and sacked. Derek Brown into the backfield, first to get there for Carolina, his first sack of the season.
And it is time now for your Panthers report.
This Panther update is brought to you by UNC Charlotte.
A beloved Panther enters the hall.
Hey guys, I just wanted to say,
This one's for Luke.
I'm Anish Shroff with this Panthers update.
Winning doesn't happen by accident. It takes a playbook, one that works when the pressure's on. For 35 years, Morgan & Morgan has been that playbook for the injured, recovering more than $35 billion for our clients. This season, we're proud to partner with the Carolina Panthers, because in football and in the courtroom, the right playbook gets results. Morgan & Morgan, proud partner of the Carolina Panthers. Injured? Dial pound law.
Jonathan M. Smith, forthepeople.com. North Carolina lawyer will handle North Carolina cases. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
On Saturday, the Hall of Fame enshrined Panthers linebacker Luke Kuechly as part of its 2026 class. Kuechly becomes the first Panthers Hall of Famer to play his entire career with Carolina. And while Kuechly had a hand in many milestone moments, the memories he cherished most were off the field.
Football has given me so much more than I could have ever imagined. The people I met, the experiences we've shared, and the joy that I found throughout this game. It will stay with me for the rest of my life.
In typical Kuechly fashion, he made most of his Hall of Fame speech about others.
Your love and support have meant more than you'll ever know. Thank you to everyone who's been part of this journey. Thank you for sharing today with me, and most importantly, keep pounding.
Luke finished with 100-plus tackles in all 8 of his seasons. He was a 7-time Pro Bowler, a Defensive Player of the Year, and Defensive Rookie of the Year. He enters the Hall along with Drew Brees, Larry Fitzgerald, Roger Craig, and Adam Vinatieri. I'm Anish Shroff on the Carolina Panthers Radio Network.
This Panther update has been brought to you by UNC Charlotte. Built for a top-tier city. The difference is Charlotte. UNC Charlotte.
And how about Luke Kuechly, the second youngest player ever to be inducted, or I should say, I keep saying inducted. The term is enshrined. For the Pro Football Hall of Fame, the second youngest player ever to be enshrined into the Pro Football Hall of Fame at 35 years old. The youngest?
I would say Gale Sayers.
Gale Sayers at 34 years old when he was enshrined in 1977. Luke Kuechly did not have a long career. He only played 8 seasons in the National Football League. By comparison, the Myles Garrett is entering season number 9 already. He's probably got a few more left to go. But yeah, it was a short career, but a very, very valued one. Rookie of the Year in 2012, Defensive Player of the Year in 2013, after coming out of Boston College by way of Cincinnati, Ohio. How interesting that he played in the stadium, Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. He played in the state championship game in that stadium for his high school, Xavier High School in Cincinnati, back in 2007, and he returned on Saturday to be enshrined in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Pretty cool for one Luke Kuechly. Our next Panthers broadcast will be this Saturday against the Buffalo Bills. I think that is, if I'm not mistaken, that might be a road game. So that I don't is the new stadium open?
The new stadium's open, and there's
apparently there's
30% obstructed views, according to what many people have already said.
I was hearing a lot about. I bought an obstructed view seat. I think it was 2 years ago. I went to a game at Cardinals game. And I bought an obstructed view seat. And I was like, when I was looking at it online, I said, I was trying to figure out, because, sometimes you're near the stairs and the stairs can get in the way depending on if you're in that first row on the stairs or you're on that second row on the stairs. So, yeah.
That's why I love going to watch hockey games at the TCC. There's no obstructed views there.
There you go. DK on the Sports Tip. We got Panthers talk coming up for you. We'll get our final break in and give you our Casino Del Sol replay coming straight ahead. It's DK on the Sports Tip. Did you hear what we were talking about?
Doing a lot of around-the-house work. A new tub. We had to break up the concrete, reset the pipe.
You're going to start your own show?
Not a chance. I'm not a big HGTV guy.
How much of that work are you doing yourself?
The stripping was kind of my job. I ended up taking
stripping?
I took out the linoleum. I stripped out the linoleum.
Am I not paying you enough money that you got to strip for a living? DK on the Sports Tip, Monday through Fridays at 3, right here on Wildcats Radio, 1290.
Join David Kelly this Wednesday from 3 to 6 at Showtime Cards for Wild Card Wednesdays. Showtime Cards will have live box breaks happening right in the store. You never know what pulls might pop up. Whether you're into baseball, football, basketball, soccer, MMA, comics, Pokemon, Star Wars, or anything in between, Showtime Cards has something for every collector. Catch all the action this Wednesday, 3 to 6 at Showtime Cards, located on Speedway just east of Craycroft, with Wildcats Radio 1290.
14 teams believed, 12 were wrong. The Indoor Football League National Championship hits the Tucson Convention Center on Sunday, August 16th. It's football full throttle. The best players, the biggest hits, the only game that matters. Don't just hear about it, be a part of it. History will happen. Get your tickets now at IFLNationalChampionship.com or Ticketmaster. The IFL National Championship, Sunday, August 16th at the Tucson Convention Center.
I'm David Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46, and I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Oh my gosh, Ted, why are you digging up the yard?
I'm looking for that stupid pipe. The bathroom drain is still clogged.
Shouldn't we call Goodfellas AC and Plumbing? You know, the professionals.
I found the pipe.
Whatever clogs your drains, leave it to the professionals at Goodfellas AC and Plumbing. The choice your family can count on for quick, reliable plumbing service using Permaliner to fix pipes and drains without digging up the yard. Good service, good prices, Goodfellas. GoodfellasAC.com.
From the Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic Center. With collisions that are reported at Speedway and Main Avenue and at Speedway Boulevard. Also crash at Orange Grove and Thornydale and Orange Grove. 22nd Street closed, Tucson Boulevard to Cherry Belle Stravenue. You could use Broadway or Aviation Parkway instead. Severe thunderstorm warning until 6:15, 77 the low, 98 tomorrow, 99 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic.
This report is sponsored by RockAuto.com.
Oof, shocking time to lose a whole strut.
Ugh. Comedy is not your thing, but I do know that Rock Auto has what I need to fix it.
With parts shipped right to your door. No kidding.
All the parts your car will ever need, Rock Auto.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
520-848-1290. Final chance for you to get in on today's show. We're back with you tomorrow at 3 o'clock for a full show as well. We'll talk some more Arizona football. We had a chance to talk some Arizona basketball earlier with Caleb Holt. It is your Casino del Sol replay.
The Casino del Sol replay is brought to you by Casino del Sol, home of award-winning dining, gaming, resorts, and golf.
Caleb Holt, no stranger to Tommy Lloyd. Tommy coached the young man last year. United States basketball under-19 team. They won a gold medal. Coach Pete was also a member of that squad. And I asked Caleb Holt about that experience.
Man, that was the best experience I've had just in the coaching aspect. It was like, and it was the competitive atmosphere we was in because we were actually playing for something. So just to just being around Tommy for a month to see how he coaches, to see how poised he was in tough moments. Like, it was moments I was looking on the bench and I was like, man, like, we might lose. The coach was just the calmest guy ever, and I really love that about him. It made me feel a lot more confident, and the confidence Coach Tommy instilled in me last summer, I feel like really helped me make a jump in my game. So, you know, I felt like if I came to Arizona, I feel like I can make an even bigger jump, you know, to get where I want to go. You know, I feel like Coach Tommy was the perfect coach for that.
Caleb Holt is our guest, Arizona Wildcats freshman guard, men's basketball team. So as you're watching last year unfold for Arizona, what was that like? I mean, were you trying to watch games like whenever they were on last year?
Oh yeah. Man, I was watching. I watched every game.
Wow.
If I didn't, I watched every game. Maybe I missed one, but every game, honestly. You know, I was a big Arizona fan just from, you know, knowing guys, having a relationship with the trainer, Dre Rock, like, just to see the guys I was with, the staff I was with in the summer and then Arizona, you know, it was just a good thing to see. It just made me happy.
Yeah,
you know?
Absolutely. I mean, I know that had to have been fun. And did them making, obviously you made your decision prior to them getting to the tournament, and then you watched them go through the tournament, they make the Final Four. Does that solidify that, yeah, this is the kind of program I want to be with?
For sure. Shoot. Even in my recruitment, you know, the coach's words, Coach Murphy's words was, you know, we've been to Sweet 16, but we want to get to the Final Four. And that was in my brain the whole year. And what they talked about, they was about. And when I visited, what they talked about, they was also about. So, you know, it was just what I liked, you know.
We had a chance to get into practice and see you guys a couple weeks ago. So as you've kind of gone through this, what are some of the things you're seeing with some of your new teammates that are around you?
Man, starting off with our point guard, Derek, like, one of the best point guards I've played with, just understands the game. He, like, really spaces the floor, puts me in good positions. He's always helping me, giving me pointers on things I can help on. Should definitely, you know, the leader of our team, Yvonne, you know, he's always been there for me since day one, just helping me out with the words we use, the concepts. Even today, he's like just helping me out in practice. Like, he's just being a great leader that he's been. You know, we just got RJ. RJ's been really great. He's had a great first week. First day, man, impact. Like, our team is totally different, and I'm very excited for that. And obviously, Big Mo down there, controlling the paint, and it's being Mo. You know, like Big Mo he makes the game so easy to play. You know.
Today's Casino del Sol replay is brought to you by Casino del Sol, home of award-winning dining, gaming, resorts, and golf.
Caleb Holt and the fellas leaving on their trip later this week. I understand there'll be a press conference tomorrow. Derek Dixon will talk along with one of the other freshmen that will be on the Wildcats this season. Cameron Holmes will speak tomorrow. So we'll get a chance to hear from those two young men as well before the Wildcats head out. Real quick, want to send out a shout out to Sean Roebuck Jr., who got into a car accident, outstanding high school football player over at Marana High School. He is recovering, but we just want to make sure that we let the Roebuck family know that they are in our thoughts as Sean recovers from that unfortunate incident over the weekend. That's going to wrap up our show. Thanks to Cameron Cox. Thanks to Caleb Holt. Coming up, you've got the Panther Talk. We'll talk to you tomorrow. For Dragon Ball, for Cricket, for J-Dub, I'm David Kelly. That's our time for tonight. Have a great night, everybody. This is Wildcats Radio, 1290.
KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus media station. Tune to DK on the Sports Tip weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. The Wildcats Radio 1290 studios are brought to you by ICCU at ICCU.com.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/groundadvantage to learn more.
Baseball season is in full swing, and there's no better place to be than Kalshi, America's #1 prediction market platform. Last week, Boston was trading at 9% to win it all, meaning a $100 trade pays out $1,052 with a win. On Kalshi, you're trading against peers in a live market. As the probability changes, you can buy in and out of your position. Download the Kalshi app and use code UPDATE to get up to $500 in bonus credits when you trade $25. Kalshi, trade on anything. 18 plus only, must be present in state where it is legal to trade. Event contract trading involves risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Prices, values, and available markets may differ from those mentioned. Bonus credits do not expire. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. For more information, see Kalshi.com/regulatory.
The jungle has moved afternoon, so grab your best Tucson tuxedo and join us on the Jim Rome Show weekdays from noon till 3 p.m. right here on the flagship home of your Arizona Wildcats, Wildcats Radio 1290.
More than 6 million kids in the U.S. have ADHD, and many aren't getting the support they need. At understood.org, we can help. Sometimes in class, the only thing your child can focus on are the thoughts racing through their head.
Why am I always falling behind? Why do I feel so alone? So different.
Your child is looking to you for answers. But as a parent, you probably have a lot of questions too. What should I do next? Where do I even start? At understood.org, we provide parents with the resources they need to help kids with ADHD thrive. Your child wants to thrive. Be the reason they do. Visit understood.org/the reason to get started.
Looking for a reliable auto repair shop in Tucson? Look no further than Integrity Automotive and Diesel. Family owned and operated, we're conveniently located on Ina just east of I-10. We pride ourselves on helping you understand your vehicle and keeping it road ready. As a Parts Plus and Mastercraft tire dealer, we offer a nationwide warranty for peace of mind. Stop by for a free AC check. Call us at 520-744-9710 or visit IntegrityAutoRepairs.com. Proud sponsor of the Arizona Wildcats radio broadcast.
It's your time to shine. This is Desert Diamond Casino, the spot with Arizona's only hometown sportsbook, the hottest slots and tables, and off-the-charts energy you won't find anywhere else. Here, there's always a fun-filled, action-packed, downright unforgettable night right around the corner. So let your hair down, turn the sparkle all the way up. It's time to live the diamond life. Desert Diamond Casino.
An enterprise of the Tohono O'odham Nation.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code SCORE for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code SCORE for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code SCORE.
We bring you all the news and stories of your Arizona Wildcats. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Wildcats Radio 1290 for the latest highlights and commentary. Your home for U of A athletics, Wildcats Radio 1290.
Clock's ticking, Tucson. Wired Fiber is officially a proud sponsor of University of Arizona radio broadcasts, and they're making moves. Top rated in the state, expanding right now, bringing lightning-fast fiber to more homes every day. You can keep waiting, or you can get ahead of the game. Visit wired.com. That's WYYERD.com before your neighborhood fills up. Time's almost up. Make the call. Bear down.
The following is an exclusive presentation of the Carolina Panthers in the National Football League. Panther Talk.
This is Panther Talk, presented by Firehouse Subs on the Carolina Panthers Radio Network.
Third down and goal from the 5. Shotgun snap. King back to throw. Steps up. He's got room to run. King trying for the end zone. Reaching.
Yes, it is.
Touchdown. Yes, it is. King
yes, it
with
is.
the touchdown.